keeping on. Yeah, stop, keeping on. Yeah, keeping on. Yeah, from now to infinity, money for generations, and the legacy beginning with verbal acceleration. Smoking from the heart of a murderer, cheddar chasing. I'm a token of the art. I'm observing the speculations. I ain't deaf to the critics. Moving through the music. When I do it, I lose it in every breath when I spit it. And in front of love with the money, I'm addicted to a criminal with guns. Yeah, I'm fucking with a clip or two. My lyrical strife, a critical life. I'm from a generation of people with minimal rights. Divided never equal till we did it precise. Harmonize about the evil, then we give it a price. I'm serving to a king, co-virgin with a dream. I'm teaching my little girl about the purpose of a queen. Fiends on the avenue looking for little gratitude. I never show.
If y'all ain't ready for no motherfucking energy today, then don't come over here.
My committee is with me, I spit a hammer soon. Yeah, more paper, more drama. Calling some minority race with no honor. Now they gotta look in the face of Obama. Getting it, but look what it takes. I told mamas. I know Obama nigga reap what he sold. I burn marijuana, speak what I know. So many childish acts. I guess I need to be a reason to grow. Expressing through the music, that's the reason I flow. I got a soul full of mystery. Roll with a biscuit is documented in blood through the scrolls and the scriptures. Hunger full of slugs, niggas hold when I live it. I sojourn through the slum, truth told through the spirit of a street scholar devoted to seek knowledge in the school of hard knocks. The slogan is keep knowledge. I need to follow in the path of my steps. It be the promise coming after the threat. They say the flow is a gem that I need to polish. I ain't mastered it yet. Who gon' be the first rapper I wet? It's the sound of the times. All we getting here. Look that I'm a rapper, yeah. Hustle to the death, cold cooking on the kettle, yeah. I said it clear, nigga, listen and learn. The top spot is a position I earn. PMTP, street music.
I ain't done. I'm playing one more song. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm playing one more song. I like Boom P. It's my dude. Respect life. Respect life. Respect life.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Couple 100 miles a minute, my mind running. Stuck up in the crime, I'm spitting my 9 gunning. Searching, hoping and wishing I find something. But all I found was the evils. Not the song written by the legend, the messages in the peoples. Fighting over vanity, stressing, moving illegal. God send a blessing, I'm going through it, I need you. But you don't answer me back. All I see is poverty, AIDS, cancer, and crack. Undercover cops in the range, hammers they clap. I feel like a slave, I'm handling scraps. 9 to 5 got me working for pennies, trying to get by. The sky got me jerking and semi, trying to survive. And my coming or going, maybe this gun that I'm holding to make me money. I know I ain't crazy, just wanna grow and I can't grow if I ain't eating what's right. Trying to provide for my family, just deep in my plight. That's the reason I write what I write. Recite and I fight for the mother that's igniting that pipe. I'm trying to figure why she turned to that. And if I'm really concerned with trying to better my hood, why would I serve her that? I'm getting sick of contradicting myself. How can I want peace walking with a fifth on my belt? I'm confused and I'm lost.
Hey Google, stop. You know what's so fucking funny to me, man. You know what's so motherfucking funny to me. I'm gonna tell you what's so funny to me. Like, it amazes me because it happens every year. And I will put a clip together of what happens every single year that I watch this. Every single year that I do YouTube. This is why I feel like I'm the voice of the real Miami Hurricane fans. Not the ones who want to lie. Not the ones who want to hear a lie. I'm the voice of the real Miami Hurricane fan. The ones who are used to greatness. I'm not. That's who I am. I don't even lie to myself because see, I wanted Coach Manny Diaz. I wanted Coach Manny Diaz to be the head coach. I petitioned for Manny Diaz to be the head coach, and I'll tell you that I made a mistake. I made a mistake in that petition. I will tell you that I was wrong. See, because you are wrong when you do certain things, but it takes a man to admit that you are wrong. But at the exact same time, right? At the exact same time, I'm typically right 98% of the time by the end of the. But when you get to the year, as I talk about the plays that I break down all year long, as I talk about the things that I break down all year long, at the end of the year, I'm typically 98% of the time right every year. Every year I break this shit down. I break it down. I tell you what I see. I tell you what's going on. I tell you what's wrong. I tell you what's right. And then everybody comes to the train fucking late. Everybody jumps on the train late. And I lose more and more subscribers because I don't lie to you every fucking year. I don't sit here and kiss your ass every year. I don't lie to you. I tell you what the fuck I see. I say it demonstrous. I say it with passion. I use my chest when I say it, and motherfuckers hate me for it. But then you start seeing it, you be like, oh man, oh man, oh, he was right. But I can't tell him he was right. I can't go back to his channel and watch him and tell him he was right, because then I'm going to look like a sucker. I'm going to look like a lame because I stopped watching him because I didn't like him and because he didn't tell me what the fuck I wanted to hear. That's what happens every year. Because I'm not flipping around and all that shit, man. Whether I'm right or wrong, when I'm wrong, see, I tell myself I'm wrong. That's what makes me great at what I do. That's what makes me great at what I do. Because I even tell myself when I'm wrong. You can't be great if you can't admit this, you're wrong yourself. So this is why people hate me so much. This is why the fake Miami Hurricane fans hate me so much. This is why people this is why I was able to survive. This is why I've been able to survive on a job for almost 20 years and continue to advance, because I can admit my faults. I can admit when I'm wrong. How many motherfuckers you know besides in the military? But how many people you know can stay on a job for 20 years and continue to advance and grow? Because I can admit my faults and learn from them. It's the only thing that's going to make you great. That's why I am great. You wanted Cristobal when you wanted Cristobal. I wanted Mark Leach and then Cristobal. I wanted Mike Leach first, then Cristobal. But I knew we couldn't get Cristobal once he went to Oregon. I knew we couldn't get Cristobal because we were already paying Al Golden and Rick, so we couldn't. I mean, we were already paying Al Golden. So let's get into this. And no, I'm not talking down about De'Aaron King. Everybody be like, you done gave up on De'Aaron King. You talking down about De'Aaron King. No, I haven't. I ain't gave up on the young man. And I ain't talking down about him. I'm just talking the truth about what I see. I ain't gave up on De'Aaron, and I'm not talking down about De'Aaron. I'm just talking about what I see, man. That's all I'm talking about is what I see. And what I see is a quarterback who is very limited. What I see is a quarterback who can't throw the ball downfield when it's time to. What I see is a quarterback who cannot get into rhythm with his wide receivers. That's what I see. That's what I see. I see a quarterback that can't get into rhythm with his wide receivers because they never know where he's going to be at. I see a quarterback that takes a lot of sacks because he holds onto the ball entirely too long. No, I'm not talking bad about De'Aaron. I'm just telling you what I see. I'm just telling you what I see in De'Aaron King. I see a quarterback that's too short to see over the offensive line. I see a quarterback that gets the ball batted down a lot. I see a quarterback that has to roll out in order to really see the field, or hopefully the player gets open way, way, way faster than the play calls for, so that he can get the ball. I'm glad you talk about it. While we got a quarterback and Perry throwing for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Throwing for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's right. No interceptions. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions this year. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Let me repeat it. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions this year. Yeah. With a team that's nowhere near as good as Miami. Playing against talent like App State. But everybody kick. See, my dream would have been for Perry to finish his last year at Miami and then hand the ball off to Garcia. That was my dream. That's what my dream would have been, to give the ball to Perry and hand the ball off to Garcia. Cash out for Mr. Young. Another $5 donation from Mr. Young. Cash out. for how can we fans help the player and coach do better? The way you can help the players and coaches to do better is you can ride the fuck out of the coaches and you can critique the players without disrespecting the players. We don't have to call them bums and trash to say they got beat. See, you see, Jonathan. This is why I say, Jonathan, people don't watch football because I'm gonna call you out on this. You say you've seen enough of Lashley play calling. It's not Lashley's play calling, bro. You have a limited quarterback. So you have heard your parents say, "I do the best I can with what I got. I do the best I can with what I have." Lashley's doing the best he can with what was forced on him. So it's not his play calling, because he'll go somewhere else. Like Dan Enos is somewhere else looking better. He'll go somewhere else and look way better when he's looking at Miami. See, everybody's screaming for Garcia now. What was that same energy last year for Perry? Why Perry isn't on getting those same drop balls and getting those same interceptions, man? So I'm not blaming Rhett Lashley because Rhett did not want. Rhett wanted a different style quarterback. Everything about King is a great kid. He's a great young man. He's a great young man. But he doesn't fit that position as a quarterback. He's too short. His arm isn't strong enough, and it takes too much for him to even see over the line or whatever. But I'm not going to stay on long today because I'm not going to waste my energy with another night under 100. At least last night I got to 150 before I got off, and it took me 15 minutes to get to 150 in the chat last night. But I watched Coach Coop. Coach Coop had 500 in the chat. I watched Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes had 350, 400, 350 in the chat, and I got 65 in the chat. Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Because I say the truth. I put this up last night that I would be on 2:30 today. I could have laid in my damn bed and relaxed the rest of the day because I got to work 12 hours next week. So that's what I'm about to go do. I'm about to go get back in my damn bed and lay down because I got to work 12 hours next week. I'm not going to waste 2 hours on this damn on this shit talking to people and then nobody want to hear me. What's good, man? JP, what's going on? You're speaking on the run plays. Like I said, he only can call the plays. I'm speaking on the run plays that's not on King. The run plays are on King because we run read options. So 90% of the run plays are on King. Don't backtrack. The run plays are on King because they stack 8, 9, 10 men in the box for King. The run plays are on King. We run a read option because of King. Oh, I love Coop. I love Coach Hayes. And what I'm just saying is, like, what is it? Because I talk different or because I speak? I mean, I love both. Both those guys are my friends. Period, point blank. I wish they had 5,000 in the chat. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't get some of the numbers that they get. That's all I'm saying, but fuck it. I've been doing this shit since the first one doing this shit. I know what it is because Miami Hurricane fans don't want to hear what the fuck I got to say because they get tired of me saying I'm right. But you can't tell me when I'm wrong. Harrison Ford, what's up, Zoe? And I'm trying to figure out what can I get it. I'm trying to figure out what a couple of donations at. I'm gonna ask for those too because other channels get those too. But what's up, Zoe? Hey man, I bought into the culture change. Diaz told us, but I think if we want to risk it, we should hire a coach. We're not getting Jeremy barely. Out of Coastal Carolina, no. No, 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 hell fucking no, no, no. I don't want no coach out of Coastal Carolina. No. I want Ed Reed. If I want a culture change, I want to go back to the old fucking culture. I want to go back to the old culture. I want Ed Reed, and then you hire assistants around him that know what the fuck they're doing. I need a leader. Not just that. I need a leader. I don't want to hear about no experience and none. I need a leader. I need somebody who like what Dion is doing at Jackson. I need somebody like that. I need a leader. I need a leader. I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't care about him. I don't want him at Miami. Next person I get at Miami is going. I want Ed Reed. Fuck, I don't care what nobody says. That's all I want, man. If it ain't Cristobal, it's Ed Reed. Give a shit about nobody else. So we need a bigger quarterback. Terrence, what kind of question is that? What kind of question is that, Terrence? Speculate on that. What kind of question is that, Terrence? What kind? No, we don't just need a bigger quarterback. We need a bigger quarterback who has an arm, who can see the field, who knows how to make reads. You need Jake Garcia right now. That's who we need right now. What kind of question is that, Terrence? Don't be throwing them slow-footed questions at me, man. Give me a real question. So we need a bigger quarterback. Yeah, we just need Andre the Giant to come play quarterback. What kind of slow-footed question is that? We ain't no slow-footed questions that you can't get Cristobal. I already know you want Cristobal. You can't get Cristobal, man. Don't want Lane Kiffin either. Don't need Lane. Don't want Lane. Don't need Lane. Don't want Lane. Listen. Y'all can have whoever y'all want. Miami can't get Cristobal. Wow. I'm getting the fuck off. I'm getting off, man. I can't take this shit on. Why do we keep talking Cristobal? Why do we keep talking? We can't get Cristobal, man. We can't get Cristobal, man. I don't like the way StreamYard do it. I can't pin the top down. That shit pisses me off. Can't hold on. Let me see something, man. I gotta figure StreamYard out better, man. Because to be able to pin the top comment, it'd be nice. But he was a mod. I can't pin it. I wish I could pin it. We need a Kane to fix this shit. Ed Reed for head coach. Thank you, man. I don't want. We can't get Cristobal. That's a pipe dream. I'm not. If somebody else say Butch Davis, I'm a choke. If somebody else say Butch Davis, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fucking jump off the top of a fucking building. Butch Davis is 722 years old, man. Okay, he's 722. He's the same age as Moses, man. He's the same age as Moses. Like if somebody else say fucking Butch Davis, I'm gonna go outside and jump off a fucking building, man. He's gonna need a wheelchair. They're gonna be rolling his ass on and off the field, man. And he's gonna have that big. Hey, Naomi, bring me one of my sticks that I made. Find me one somewhere around the house. I gotta be one somewhere around here. Bring one of my little sticks that I made. It gotta be one somewhere around here, man. Somebody else say fucking Butch Davis, man. Man, 800 years old. We keep talking about Butch Davis, man. Goodness gracious. Butch Davis. Stop! Is FIU doing what? FIU? What is FIU doing? Bush Davis. Are you fucking kidding me, man? My God. You know what I do? Since everybody want Bush Davis, back then, hire Ed Reed as the head coach and hire Bush Davis as the consultant. How about that? Can we do that? Hire Ed Reed as the head coach and hire Bush Davis as a consultant. This is a joke. Now you giving me nothing. Joker said Ed Reed head coach, Ken Dorsey offensive coordinator, Dan Morgan DC. I need if I'm gonna hire one young guy, I do need some experience around him. That's too many. That's too many first timers. I am going to need some experience behind that. I'm gonna need some experience behind him. Man. This is crazy. I know it's Sunday football. Man. I know it's Sunday football, man. But somebody has to have some energy on that fucking sideline. Somebody has to take some fucking accountability for what the fuck is going on at Miami right now. And we don't have it. We don't have it. It's not about play calling. It's not about the way they drawing up plays. It's not about none of that shit. It's not about we don't have the horses. It's not about none of that shit. Bro, we almost lost to fucking App State at home. Let you in for what? What am I let you in for? If you can't find one, don't worry about it. Now we start. Let's not start. Let's not start getting outrageous, man. Let's not turn it into a comedy show, man. For real, I'm being honest. Like I don't want to turn this shit to a comedy show. I'm being straight up honest. Like for real, man. Like I would just hire Ed Reed and get rid of everybody. I would hire Ed Reed to just get rid of Manny Diaz and keep everybody else. I would hire Ed Reed and keep everybody else and find me a defensive coordinator. That's what I would do. I would find me a badass defensive coordinator, hire Ed Reed, and keep everybody else. I wouldn't get rid of any of the other coaches. None of them. I just get rid of Manny motherfucking ass. That's it. That's the only one I'll get rid of, man. What's going on, man? I don't want Joe Brady as I want Ed Reed as my head coach, man. I don't want Joe Brady. I don't want none of them, man. I don't want Ray Lewis. I would hire me. I would need an experienced play caller. See, people don't realize the head coach don't have to be a play caller. And that's what the head coach does not have to be a play caller. And that's what I mean by that. Head coach doesn't have to be a play caller. I need an experienced play caller as my offensive defensive coordinator. Head coach doesn't have to be a play caller. Joe Brady's a head coach, I think. I don't want that. I don't want him. I don't want that. I don't want him. What is so bring back Jimmy. Jimmy not coming off that damn boat. Jimmy not coming off that boat. Jimmy ain't coming off that boat.
stayed up and crunched all the numbers.
I already used
Well, you gotta wipe your camera off, boy. You had a bad night last night, man. You had a bad night last night. You gotta wipe that camera off. You gotta wipe the camera off. I can't see you.
No, it ain't the camera. It ain't the camera, family. It's good to see you, though.
What's going on, man? Like you had a bad night last night, man. You look like me. Like you had a bad night.
Listen, I got a brother-in-law that I known for 20-something years that wound up switching to be a Florida Gators fan in the last 5 years. Now all of a sudden they got probably the most explosive quarterback in college that nobody knows about in Richardson. That boy's gonna be the truth. Okay. And we went up against a team last night that should have not even challenged us. Homie, I'm telling you, we there. Like Blake James is accountable at this point. He's got to do a job.
What is his job? What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to further? I'm telling you, listen, we're not hiring Cristobal, okay? Listen, we are not hiring Cristobal. Stop with the fucking Cristobal arguments. Oh my God.
No, we don't need to hire Cristobal.
I'm gonna throw my fucking headset. We're not hiring Cristobal. We're not.
We don't need to. We don't need Cristobal. Cristobal is not the crystal glass. He's not the end all. Look, I'm telling you, the problem with the team, family, and you should know this, and I'm sure you know this because we're football fans. The problem with the team is gutterness. There's no inside toughness. There ain't no dogs on there, man. Nobody comes off the.
There's dogs on the team. No, there's dogs on the team, bro. No, you know what you do. You know what you do, man. No, Ari. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Nah, you take on the personality of fucking head coach, man.
You do. You play up to whatever you're expected to achieve.
I know. No, you take on the personality of your head coach. So if your head coach is a pussy, you are a pussy. That's what happens.
Absolutely.
So no. So if Ed Reed was there, they would play totally different. If Ed Reed was at head coach, they would play totally different. Not just, I'm guaranteed. You know why? Because all these players were dogs in high school. All of them were dogs. So all of a sudden, they just get to Miami and not become dogs. But when they leave Miami, they become dogs again.
Okay, let me ask you a question, fan. Let me ask you a question. If I'm an up-and-coming boxer and my coach is 65 years old.
I'm going to answer for you. You ain't got to answer no more. I'm going to answer that question for you right now. You ain't got to answer no. I'm going to answer for you right now. When Mike Tyson was with Customato, right? When Mike Tyson was with Customato, he was a trained killer. He knew how to move his head. He knew how to do all that. When Customato died, he still had he said 4 of the Customato people. He's the head trainer. That was like Mike Tyson's son. I mean, like Mike Tyson's other father. When he died, that shit ripples through Mike Tyson, right? He stopped learning how to lose his head and all the shit. And then when Mike Tyson fired the last Customato people and hired all Don King people, Mike Tyson became a punching bag. You know why? What do you think changed? What do you think changed? The leadership that was around him is what changed.
Absolutely.
All that is what changed. So, yeah, I'm going to answer that question for you. That's what I'm talking about. Right now, the leadership around Miami, we don't have a Customato. We have a Dustamato. We have Dustamato as the head coach.
I think what we have, and I'm going to be honest with you, Zoe, and I hope that we can all accept this. What we have is a lack of performance due to a lack of the right people in the right spot, and that's what I mean. I'm strengthening your point. It's obvious now. Look, Manny, I'm a huge Manny fan. Dad was the mayor of the city. We all pulled for him. You know, in 2017.
Don't mention that. Fuck his daddy. Don't mention his daddy again. I can't stand his daddy.
No, but I'm saying, but remember, all of these decisions got played into why he got hired. It's bigger than
I was only wanting Manny hired because of what I saw, the enthusiasm and the way I saw the defense play. I can't stand his bitch ass daddy. I can't stand his daddy. Fuck Manny. I'm dead ass serious. Fuck his daddy. His daddy, his dad is a crook, a criminal, and he should be locked up for this lot of the shit that he did. So we're not even gonna talk about his daddy.
I could bring both of your points together if you really step back and look at it. I don't know if y'all could think back to remember when Butch came to the program.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when he started recruiting certain personality types on the team that he was trying to envision. You gotta think about that too. As a head coach, right? When you're trying to build up a program, you got a vision in your head of what you're trying to build. So when these coaches go out there, then they're looking for certain kids, and they meeting these kids. They knowing the type of dogs or not dogs or whatever they're looking for. They know the characteristics that they're looking for when they're going out to recruit these kids.
Character.
So, right. So what I'm saying is it takes a certain type of head coach to recruit a certain type of dog.
Absolutely.
So you got to remember that. That's a factor. The coach is a factor in bringing in the right kind of players too.
That's what I'm saying. Look, we can, as men, we can read each other from the moment we walk into a room, dog.
Yeah, but I'm not
You
just
can tell somebody's
the
energy
players.
and-
But the players that they went and got were dogs in high school, but then all of a sudden they're not dogs anymore in college.
Yo, why is it
That's
that like
what I don't
Wait,
get it.
so how do you know some of these kids was dogs in high school?
Because I've seen
by
them
how they
play.
perform? I'm talking about character-wise. I mean, are they really dogs?
But bro, listen, man. I'm not a big fan of the star system, but they don't just when you recruit South Florida, right? And you get a lot of them stars from a recruit in South Florida. You don't just get them stars in South Florida for absolutely nothing, man. You got to be fucking like you got to be hard just to be a 3-star. So like when you 4 and 5 star in South Florida, 3, 4 stars in South Florida, bro, you earn that shit. That shit's not given to you, bro. That shit ain't given to you off of fucking going to camps and shit. You have to really earn them shit. Listen, if you let me finish, JP, let me finish.
Right,
You have to earn that shit. So them cats were dogs in fucking high school. Those cats were dogs. They just got the bad fucking leadership. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen on workplaces, bro. I've seen people in workplaces that get bad. At my job, a bad leader come along and the whole fucking department go bad. The whole department go down because they tired of the bad fucking leader. It ain't mean they ain't good workers. It mean they tired of this fucked up ass leadership. When you have a team where you know for a fact can't score no points, like they can't score no points, they can't do absolutely nothing. They can do absolutely nothing. They can't do nothing. The wide receiver know he's not gonna get the ball. Tight ends know. Will Mallett had that drop yesterday. Like, damn, I didn't know the ball was gonna come my way. I ain't never seen the ball before. This is the first time I ain't know the ball was this color. Like when you have players that some players is like, you know what, man, the ball ain't never coming my way. They're gonna run this bullshit ass read option all the time. And they're gonna do this. Hold on, let me finish. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that bullshit. When the ball come my way, I don't even know. I ain't even fight for that shit. I'm tired of this shit.
Can I say something though?
Go ahead.
And I'm asking y'all. Honestly, but I watched the game thoroughly last night.
I watched it twice.
The defensive line was not bad. You know what I noticed? The defensive line overran a lot of plays. So they came off the ball, there was penetration made, and then at the same time, the linebackers had to catch up. They didn't play bad. I really think like, yo, we really as fans have to be honest into like, where are we at with
Manny
the
Diaz. Manny
and
Diaz.
the running back play?
No, Manny Diaz is where we at with the quarterback play. Manny Diaz, the running back play. Listen,
then we're gonna fail, homie. We're gonna fail then.
Listen to me, man. Derek King is limited. He only can roll and throw the ball. So and he also always gives the ball to Cam Harris in a bad, fucked up position.
Because he's always
exactly. So we give it to him and Cam take the loss.
Dump off. You take it. I don't want to eat it. You take it.
So that's where we at. And
so
you actually right.
Now what do we do next week?
The defense didn't play horrible. The defense didn't play horrible because they only gave up. What was the final score? 23 to what?
It was on the field the whole game.
What was the final score? 23 to
25, 23.
25
on the field the whole game.
Listen, let me finish. 25-23. 7 of the points came from a kickoff return for a touchdown. So that gives you 23 minus it was that 16. So they only really gave us 16 points.
Bro,
they only gave us 16 points. Put in perspective.
Bro, I was there last night and I'm sitting in them damn stands. In all honesty, the Hurricane fans, we just sat there and spent the whole time talking shit about how trash this fucking coaching is.
It ain't.
Like, Manny Diaz got no sort of fucking nuts at all. I never seen a Hurricane team so fucking soft. And the shit about it, Bruh, I'm down here. So I'm from
You know
the
what?
crib. I'm right here.
That
Motherfuckers
ain't-
don't want to see. We seen these jits coming up when they were playing for Central, when they were playing for Dillon, when they were playing for Palmetto, and them niggas was mean as fuck. We got
Yeah.
boys from the West. They sorry as fuck because of the coach. And
Because
niggas
the coaches
soft
are
as
their
shit.
friends. They're not their bosses. The coaches are their friends. They're not
I
their
I
can see-
don't even think
bosses.
it's about being
It's not being
friends. Because you
bosses.
know what?
It's about
The
being
nigga
accountable.
T-Rob actually a developer, but when you telling them, when the defensive coordinator, which is the head coach, got sorry ass motherfucking App State in front of them and he got the DBs playing 10, 15 yards, why you not playing bump and run coverage and fucking slow them down a little bit, let this pass rush get to the doggone QB? All them plays, I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all got better quality players. Y'all faster, y'all stronger. Why y'all playing them niggas like they on the same level?
So do we make the move now or do we wait?
I fire his ass today. Let me explain something to you. This is what I'm about to explain.
Do we wait for Michigan State? Or what do we do?
I fire him today, but y'all good. I'm gonna break something down for y'all. I'm gonna break something down for y'all. I'm gonna tell you how much Manny Daddy hated Perry. I'm gonna put it on Manny Daddy. I'm gonna put how much on Manny Daddy hated Perry and how much the fan base turned their back on Perry just because of a couple of interceptions and shit like that. But King is allowed to have games like this over and over again. I'm gonna break this shit down for you real quick. Like, all right. When Perry came in to save our ass against save Jaron Williams' ass, right? Almost came, I think it was down by 45 points. Who we were playing, and we ended up barely losing that game, right? And then he broke his rib the next game. He broke his rib that game. His rib got broke that game when he brought it back. Then the next game he came in, like the team when he came into the game, the whole team changed. Just like Oklahoma State saying the whole person. You know why? Because they felt like we had a chance to win. They knew we could score points, and they felt like we had a chance to win. So I'm gonna play harder because they felt like we had a chance to win. His rib got broke that game. The next game he came in, he didn't do so good because his rib was broke. Nobody said his rib was broke. Everybody said it was garbage. Nobody said his rib was broke. Everybody said it was garbage. But King hurt. Everybody using excuses for him. Like he hurt. Everybody using excuses for him. Why? He's not a turnover machine. Not a turnover machine, but he's not a touchdown machine either. He's not a touchdown machine either. What is he? Well, he's a likable kid. He's a likable kid, and we're gonna get a whole bunch of likable kids. You know who the fuck we become? What we gonna become? Fucking Harvard and Yale. That's what we're gonna become. That's what we're gonna become.
King is not it. We all know King is not it, and that's what I'm saying. Come next year, they better have a game plan for this offense.
Next year, Manny ain't gonna be here. If this shit keep going around, man.
Homie, if I was Blake James,
listen, Blake. Why Blake got it? Who answer this question? See, people don't understand behind the scenes shit. I hate it when people say fire Blake James. If you fire Blake James, listen.
Don't fire Blake James.
No, my boy his on Blake has to
This
go.
shit bigger than Blake James.
Listen, man. No, you fire Blake. Who the fuck gonna raise money for Miami? Who the fuck is gonna raise money for Miami? Who you going to get?
Football's still good right now.
He the only reason football's still here.
About football.
He the only reason football's still here.
Blake ain't even top of the food chain.
Actually, the reason why motherfucking Julio Frank here is because of Blake. Like, and Julio Frank is a football guy. It's not. Listen, I'm gonna tell you that Blake James gave everybody what they wanted. 90% of us wanted Manny. The ones who wanted Cristobal, we knew we weren't gonna get him because it would cost too damn much to buy him out, still pay Al Golden, and then play Cristobal too. So we weren't gonna do that. That was too much fucking money. You're talking about like $13-14 million a year when you add all that shit up. That wasn't going to fucking happen, okay? That wasn't going to happen. And if you ain't got money and if you don't buy season tickets and any of that shit, then you ain't really got no say-so in that shit, to be honest with you. If you ain't spending no money with the school. Because Blake brings money. He's the reason why we got the richest contract in college football with Adidas. That actually the richest contract.
It's not about Blake being held accountable. It's about Blake holding his employees accountable.
And he fired everybody, man.
But here's the thing, though. Now this is what I'm saying, though.
Oh, you don't got more power than Blake?
He didn't have 2 offensive coordinators.
Board of trustees got more power than all.
Thank you. That's not even the board of trustees. The fucking
boosters. But
the boosters have all the power.
When you've had the opportunity to have 2 different offensive coordinators, and your recruitment class has been top 15, for multiple years and you're regressing.
You can't fire, but you can't fire in 2 years. No coach is fired in 2 years.
I'm not saying fire Blake.
I'm talking about Manny. You can't fire Manny in 2 years unless you in Tallahassee and you know. And I'm gonna say it, and you're a black coach. That's the only way you can get fired.
You can't fire Manny if there's nothing else better available. If you feel there's something else better available that will drive the fan base.
Yeah, I hear the boosters and all that, but the board of trustees,
they waiting for
the
him to
ones
fuck
that
up the
decide how
season. Then the boosters gonna pay the money to get his bitch ass out of there and bring in the good coach.
Hold up. I'm not gonna let people talk with each other.
No. What I was saying.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Damn. My bad shit. Hold up. Go ahead, X.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying is that with the board of trustees, the reason that they're like one of the key parts is that they control how the money is spent within the university. So they don't, bro.
No, they don't. Listen to me. Listen to me. They control how the money is spent in the university except for the football program. All right, listen to me. Boosters control all of that shit when it comes to the football program. When it comes to the football program, when it comes to who the coach is going to be and all that shit goes to the boosters, bro. Like I say, I remember the day that I was called by one of the biggest boosters I was called by one of the biggest boosters at Miami. They told me exactly what I heard Mark Rick cursing in the background. That's when I really knew how much the fucking power the boosters. They had a meeting with the boosters. The board of trustees had a meeting with the boosters, and the boosters told them, we ain't giving y'all shit. So it's not the board of trustees. If the boosters say we ain't giving y'all nothing, what the fuck the board of trustees gonna get the money from?
But listen, what I'm saying is, though, I'm not even talking about booster money. I'm talking about bigger money. I'm talking about bigger money coming into the university from all the deals they signing with television and all.
But there is no money bigger than booster money, though. Even the boosters bring in the fucking like these TV deals and all that shit, or bring in like Adidas and all that shit. Even the boosters do all that shit. Them the ones who talk to these people, bro. Those are the ones that the board of trustees. You know what they are? They just sit there and once the money get there. But who brings the money in there? The board of trustees don't bring the money in.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is once the money comes in, it's got to go through the board. They make the decisions on how the money gets funneled throughout the university.
Not throughout the football program, though.
Not even the only one. Fam, what happens next week? God forbid we lose next week. What happens?
Oh no, I don't think we're gonna.
No, I'm serious. Y'all tell me we lose next week. Now what?
We're playing a better team next week too.
Thank you. Now what? You sit back and you say, oh, I got 10 more games that I'm going to sit here and I'm finna let this man coach this team knowing he can't do nothing with this talent and show that you're complacent?
Hey, Nigel, we got to watch the N-word too. We can't do the N-word too much, man. You're going to get me banned off YouTube. Hey, hold on. Hey, JP, answer this question.
I ain't hear none.
I said, JP, answer this question, man. Answer this question. Did I not say this before? I said I'm gonna go into the season with an open mind, but I basically know what the fuck gonna happen. Especially Derek King. All you do, you sit Derek King now. You play Garcia. You know what? I tell you this here on some real shit.
Garcia or TBD?
Garcia.
Man, get that Garcia, man. We talking about
Garcia.
Oh no! Wait a second.
Listen, I'm gonna explain you why. I'm
you have nothing to lose. Listen to me.
I'm explaining you why.
To lose.
I'm explaining
why would you not want to see both?
I'm explaining you why. Because the future is going. All right, the fans want to see Garcia. Everybody wants to see Garcia. The future is basically Garcia. Hey, you don't have to put your ear. Did y'all just lose to? Who did y'all just lose to yesterday? Who did Florida State lose to yesterday? Who did they lose
Jacksonville
to?
State or something.
Jacksonville State. They killed Daniel Boone. They put a spear in Daniel Boone's fucking head.
Did you see that play?
There was
one receiver on 3 secondaries, man. 3 people in the backfield. He burned them all.
I don't even want to. You can't say shit to me today, really. I'm gonna show your ear, because your ear is for you. Because at least we still beat the team. Y'all lost to a Division III school, man.
No.
Y'all lost to a high school. Y'all lost to a team. Y'all lost to a Pop Warner school. Man, only way nothing you got to say.
Them boys elementary football.
Logan is 9-12, man. Ain't even 9-11 no more. But thank you for your service. I know why you went in the military. You talked to me personally, and mainly it was because of what happened 9/11. And I appreciate all your service, man. I appreciate all your service and everything you've done for this country, Hurricane Logan. Salute to all the military veterans out there, man. Every veteran out there, salute to you, man. It's a lot. But no, what I mean by I want to see Garcia is because Garcia. I wouldn't if you want me to show a Florida Gators, you got to pay me. If you want me to say Florida Gators, the reason why I want to see Garcia is because everybody will be happy with Garcia. Like everybody would really want to see how that play out. And to be honest with you, I think the offense would be better with Garcia. I don't know. Listen, I was on a TVD bandwagon, but it's not that I see. It's not that this kid I think is. I watch his poise, and I just think he's a. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. I just think he has moxie, and he can throw the ball. He can put the ball anywhere on the field.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for, moxie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Garcia?
Yeah.
You mean Garcia?
Yeah. I think the fan base will be happy to see it. And not just that, I believe that the offensive playbook will open all the way up, and I believe that people are actually going to see an offense call from Red Lassie instead of a limited offense call from Red Lassie.
And
let me ask you a question: who's here next year, Diaz or? I mean, if Diaz is still here,
if Diaz
last year still here next year.
No, if they make this change, it'd be like, you know, we're gonna play Garcia. Whether they win or lose, you give Diaz another year. Whether they win or lose, you give him another year.
That's a lot.
You talking about a fourth year, bro?
If they play Garcia this year, I believe the offense would look better. If they win 10, 11 games, how do you fire him?
You can't. But if you keep everything the same.
If you keep everything the same way it is right now,
it's not about to be 10 wins. We're gonna get smacked a couple games.
I think Al Golden has a better record.
We're a 6-win team.
I think Al Golden has a better record than Manny Diaz as a head coach at Miami.
What you would hope.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
I'm saying what you would hope for Garcia is that the players rally around him like how they did Perry when Perry used to come in. You know, the players' attitudes change. Like they start, believing, like Zoe said. So, I mean, maybe Garcia could give that little extra, whatever.
Because Garcia the one recruiting for us like we did, like our players did back in the days. Garcia, 100% true leader all the way around.
I text you back last night, Hurricane Logan. I text you back last night.
Garcia, that man. If we put him in right now, let him get his little bumps and bruises, but I guarantee you he gonna get up and start winning everything.
Other players love him. Trust me, other players love him.
I can't put a guarantee. I'm not gonna put a guarantee on he the man. I'm not gonna put a guarantee on this or that. All I can say is if you give him the shot, I do believe that the offense would open up. I do believe it'll get the team a better chance of winning. And at the end of the day, I don't think the team is confident in Perry. I don't think the team is confident in King. Answer this question. If you knew for a fact, right? If you knew for a fact that every day you came to work, right, and you bust your ass, and every time it came to come around for you to get a promotion or you get a promotion, but you don't get a promotion, you get decrease in pay, or you gonna work as hard, or you gonna put the same kind of effort in?
Nobody's about to do that. That's crazy.
Listen, I think that's more of a scenario. Imagine if you were really good at what you did, but your boss was subpar.
I've already said that. I've already said that.
How does that translate into your growth and effectiveness?
It kills your growth and effectiveness. It kills it.
It does, right?
It kills your growth. Not effectiveness. It kills your growth and development. And I'm gonna give GB a shout out.
Development. That's right.
Hey,
listen. Have y'all seen that boy from Florida? That kid Richardson. There's no reason why Miami in the last 10 years has not been able to fucking get somebody like that, man.
I'm sorry. I have not talked about FSU in the year. I don't give a fuck. You a Florida State fan. I don't give a fuck if you talking about them or not. You ain't just gonna come over here and talk shit about Miami and me not give you smoke about them bitch ass, sorry ass motherfucking Daniel Boone. Y'all ain't even the Florida State Seminoles no more. Y'all take that shit off y'all fucking take that shit off of there because you don't have a real Native American on there. So take that shit off of there and call y'all the Florida State Daniel Boones. Okay, that's who the fuck y'all are, man. Take that shit off of there. I don't give a shit. You gonna get
bingo at
you
the casino.
You gonna get this fucking smoke. Whether you talk shit about them sorry bastards or not, you still gonna get this smoke. Y'all fired Willie Taggart. Willie Taggart to be fired. How y'all fire Willie Taggart?
Look, now y'all got Zoe's blood pressure up.
I don't give a shit.
Y'all got Zoe's blood pressure up, man.
Y'all fired Willie Taggart because of the color of his skin. That's why y'all fired him. Because y'all cannot tell me y'all fired Willie Taggart, but y'all keep this sorry ass motherfucker. Y'all keep this sorry ass motherfucking coach that y'all got down there, Martin Ovell, and y'all lose to Jacksonville State. Miss me with that fuck shit. Willie Taggart would have been fired the next day. Willie Taggart would have been fired the next fucking day. Am I wrong? Am I lying? Am I lying? Because y'all fired him in 2 years.
Man.
Am I lying? How many N-words did he get? How much they had the N-word at the fucking state in front of the school? Fire this N-word Taggart. That's what they had at the front of the school.
Your blood pressure, dog.
Don't fucking kid me with this bullshit. Don't talk to me about Florida State. Fuck Florida State. The alumni record label and crew. And if you down Florida State, fuck you too. All you motherfuckers, fuck you, Castro. My phone make sure all y'all kids don't grow. Y'all motherfuckers can't be us scared. We hurricanes and we die. Down here in Miami, we bomb with you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers in the mall, we the mall. We killers and gorillas. Fuck y'all.
That's what happens when we don't win the way we're supposed to, man. We take that shit out on people.
I was saying that the receivers, I think also the receivers will get a boost.
I love it.
I was saying the receivers will get a boost, man, with Garcia.
Somebody
too,
got to pay.
Once the receivers know that they're gonna, because I'm thinking Garcia's going to like spread that ball around because he is, he'll sling that ball. So I think that'll.
Yo,
that'll
why is he so much better
like
than TVD, dog? TVD is like 6'4",
230.
I don't think he's so much.
No, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking y'all to help me because I haven't seen him.
You gotta go watch him play.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Nigel answering the question the way I was going to answer. I'm listening, so he's going to answer what I'm going to answer, basically.
I don't think he's so much better than TVD. TVD got experience on him. But what Jake brings to the table, number one, we talked about it earlier, the poise. But the other thing, Jake is basically, he got the mobility of De'Eric, might not be as fast, but he got that arm that TVD got. So in terms of trying to come at him, he could beat you in multiple ways.
What you mean, like he can run and then throw it on the run for accuracy?
On the run, he can run away from you, and he can sit in that pocket and toss it. Jake really do open up the playbook. If it's TVD, we just got a statue.
I see what you're saying. You're talking about power on the ball.
I think TVD has a way stronger arm than Garcia. I don't even think it's close.
He definitely
does. I think TVD has it almost the arm strength of Perry, and Perry got the strongest arms you ever see in Miami. I think he has that type. No. But when it comes, I'm not gonna say that all TVD has. All I'm saying. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I don't think all TVD has. I just think Jake Garcia has one thing TVD don't have: that moxie, that command. I just think he is able. You know how some people you just gravitate to.
Yeah.
You know there's some people you just can gravitate. Like Coach Coop. Like Coach Coop. You can just gravitate to. You can just gravitate. Not just energy. You can just gravitate to him. He's just that guy you can gravitate to. But not just that. If you look at the way Coach Coop has his platform set up. The way he does everything, he just does everything. He makes sure he's a student of the game. He tries to do everything first. He does a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, the right way. Coach Hayes know how to break down. You just gravitate to him. I think you're not going to. You got to let me finish. You got to let me finish though. You got to let me finish, X. You got to let me finish. When it comes to Garcia can play the game. He plays the game almost the perfect way, and you can't find no flaws in his game really. You really can't find any flaws in this game. And he's young. I love that cup. We ain't gonna win today. You can't really find any flaws in his game, but he's a commander. He commands the huddle. He commands the team, and the players respect him. They respect the way he played football. So I just think I think he has he kind of like a Drew Brees, really, except taller.
I got a question, fam.
Oh man, I ain't
Next week
Go ahead.
we play Michigan State.
Hold on, because X ain't get a chance to answer that question.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
Go
what I
ahead,
was saying, so I was just trying to add to what Zoe was saying. When it comes to comparing the two, it's not just the that factor that you was highlighting. It's more technical than that. It's more into the QB skills than just that part of the game, right? If you look at it in every other area other than arm strength, Garcia got him beat, bro.
Oh yeah, I said that
On a technical aspect.
I said
On a technical aspect. He places the ball better than TVD, right? He hits guys in stride better. He gets them open better. He just it's like he's playing I don't know how to explain. Like, some quarterbacks is like you could tell they played a lot of football on video games and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's like one of them.
Like he's playing old school street football.
Did y'all watch the Florida?
Easy.
Did y'all watch Florida Gators versus FAU and how them boys were dropping them balls against Perry? Perry was throwing. Perry would have had 600 yards against the Gators. He would have had 600 yards against the Gators. Did y'all watch Perry play yesterday? Because I watched that game yesterday. Did y'all watch him yesterday?
Enough of it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It was like, I mean, he just throwing players open. Players are covered. He just, like you say, he just putting it in a perfect spot.
We don't have a natural thrower though. King is not a natural thrower.
Garcia is a natural thrower.
But that's what I'm saying. King, look, I watched the whole game, family. The moment it gets a little bit tense for him, he's going to take off.
It'd be overthrown. It'd be close to the ground.
So answer this question. So how do we blame Rhett Lassie when Rhett Lassie didn't pick the coach, right? He didn't pick the quarterback. His quarterback that he wanted to stay.
You can't
listen. You can't blame none of that. You can't blame it when you don't give. You give a car when you give a guy a car with with no motor in it. You can't blame him. Listen, he can't do. He has to have the tempo, because if you don't, you got with Kevin Hart at quarterback, man. You got to try to catch the defense off sides. You got to try to catch them down, man. Like serious, listen. I'm not gonna say that Kevin Hart ain't gonna play better this year. I'm not gonna say. I've seen games we played pretty good, but you can't listen, man. When you have to give me my ingredients to be able to cook my own fucking meal, man. You can't give me the meal and say I'm gonna cook it the way you want me to cook it. Because if I cook ham hocks and neck bones and rice and black eyed peas, the way
sound good too.
If I cook them, I'm just about to say this. Please, white people don't get mad at me. If I cook them the way a white person from California, IA would cook them seasoning. That shit would have no. That shit would have no
salt. We put salt on it.
That shit would have no salt on it. That shit would have. They would put sugar. They would put sugar in it instead of salt.
We put salt on it.
We let it sit in the salt for 2 hours.
Hey, one last point I want to make on them before we move on to the next thing is that the difference between them two, TVD and Garcia, that stands out the most is when you watch them play. Garcia is the type of dude. He's the type of dude that he looks like he knows he's good, and he's gonna show you. He plays like he knows who he is. When he gets on that field, he knows what he could do. Whereas when TVD goes out there, TVD looks like he ain't sure that he could do what he think he could do.
Hey, Hurricane Millie, we got what we asked for, except for one thing I didn't ask for. I didn't get what I asked for when I wanted Perry at quarterback. See, I didn't, and I think that changes the whole dynamic. We are all missing. We are all missing. Who can out of every sport? The only sport that is dominated by one position is football, and that's quarterback. No, two sports. Two sports are dominated by position: football and baseball. You gotta have decisions. You gotta have a lot of great pitching. You gotta have a quarterback, right? So listen, I didn't get what I wanted because I didn't get Perry at quarterback. And to me, that changed the whole dynamic of this offense. To me, that changes the whole dynamic of the offense. I want Rhett Lassie to stay. I'm not one of the ones who want Rhett Lassie to go because Rhett Lassie has not had an opportunity to play with a quarterback. Okay, prime example, Tampa Bay had the same offensive coordinator, right? and he had a great quarterback come in. Tampa had a great say, do it. Let me do it this way. Let me work with you this way. I can show you my skill set. He was so used to working with them bums at Tampa Bay that he didn't know how to work with a great quarterback. He got a great quarterback, and him and Tom Brady sat down together and they won a Super Bowl. Right? They won a Super Bowl, right? All right. Yep. You name me how many teams won without great quarterbacks. You can't name me many. Right? We have to me, we had a very good quarterback in Perry who could have been great, but he was shitting around because of politics. All right. But I believe Garcia can be a great quarterback. And for him, and I don't take nothing away from TVD. If they want to give TVD a shot, I'm with that too. But
though, when does that happen?
I'm not saying young Tom Brady. Here we go with your motherfucking antics. I just use that as a fucking example, and you want to say, oh, it's young Tom Brady. What the fuck, LMO? What the fuck that mean?
But when do we get to see that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're missing.
I just use down 14-0 next week against Michigan State.
I don't know what we're going. I don't think so. I don't know if we're going. I believe Manny Diaz is so fucking stubborn. I believe Manny is so fucking stubborn.
He won't make the change.
We already went all in on King. You see all the campaigns. He's all over the place.
Dog, I'm telling you, Manny won't make that change, bro.
No time at all.
Now we can't change.
He's not gonna make that change.
They're gonna keep him and let him.
I appreciate that, Ali, but more $5 donation for Ali. I can't. Man, y'all be having some names, man. What's that? Pronounce that name for me. Somebody pronounce that name. Something all.
Loreno.
Ali.
Loreno all. Appreciate it, Loreno all. I'm just gonna call you Al. LA.
Oh Lord, Najee Harris just burned Buffalo.
People screaming Lassie gotta go when the same people say whatever you did. I don't believe Lassie has to go saying leaving last year. I don't believe Lassie has to go. I don't blame Lassie.
Another quarterback.
That's all I say. Give him another quarterback. Give him another quarterback. You know
what's crazy? But they did. Look at how the playbook opened up during the bowl game once Perry came in.
Oh, yeah.
And a little bit. And game changed
for three quarters. But you know what he tried?
And it wasn't even Perry that lost it. It wasn't the playbook that lost it. It was the receivers dropping the ball that lost the game.
And you know what? He fought for Perry. And Manny basically told him, let Perry go. We don't want him. We don't need him. That's what happened.
But you know, that's Manny thing. That's why I say them boosters gonna get rid of him at the end of the season. Cause you gotta remember, you got Ephraim Banda arguing with Ed Reed, and it took to the end of the season before you got rid of him. You got Blake Baker and them not doing right, but it's still Manny doing the calls, and it took to the end of the season. Now you got a seasoned OC that done played under Gus Malzahn, that done played under Sonny Dyke, somebody that do this and win everywhere he go, but he can't do it here. That ain't
it.
Him.
Won't matter.
Perry would have stayed and had Garcia behind him.
Golly, a line. If we don't have a line on either side of the ball, it's not gonna matter.
The line is
Montana's quarterback, dog.
Listen, the line had nothing to do with what happened yesterday on either side of the ball. The line had nothing to do with what happened. We can't run the ball. You know why we can't run? We can't pass protect. You know why we can't run the ball? Because they got 8-9 men in the box. You know why we can't pass protect?
Because they gonna bully us.
Because you got 8 against 5. How do you expect to win 8 against 5?
Chaney was getting it going before he got hurt. Chaney was looking good.
Chaney had one decent. Chaney had so what's that? They look good. Killer Cam didn't look good. Killer Cam averaged 5 yards carry the whole game. Cam
looked good. Cam looked good too. I'm just saying. So
it wasn't the offensive line. It's the quarterback holding on to the ball for 75 minutes. Like serious. I mean, you sit back there. He did the same thing yesterday as he did a couple of. He did what old boy did from Alabama. He went to McDonald's, got a drink, did all that shit. That sat there.
Who was the last Miami running back to go over for 1,000 yards in a season?
Probably do.
How long has that been?
But
how long has that been?
That means Duke was a special back though. Duke was a special back.
No, but even then, this Miami dog, We're supposed to put people into the NFL for running and catching. Like,
and guess what they were saying? The offensive line was bad back then. They were saying the same thing back then.
They sure was. And
They were
Duke
saying
was
the same
the
thing back
offense,
then.
but Duke was
They were
so
saying
Duke
same-
made it happen though.
You know
No,
why
but
Duke?
look.
You know why Duke made it happen? Guess what? We ran a spread offense with a field with spread,
Thank
and
you.
there weren't linebackers stacking the fucking box the way they are right now.
I don't want to see any more clapping on the sidelines, fam. I
I
don't
don't
want to see
everybody-
any more. We can
everybody-
do it.
I
don't want to see any more.
Mark Walton ran for that.
Everybody doing that though. All them teams doing that, clapping on the
Hey,
sideline, clapping all that. Bull.
Man,
I don't give a shit
they
about
need to
none
go
of that.
ahead and
It's
burn
sports.
that turnover chain. It done already outlived this time. Burn it and give everybody grills. I don't care. Do something
Now, I
to
don't
make
want
them
to.
boys look like how they used to
I
be.
don't want to burn the turnover chain. I think the turnover chain is. I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's a part of Miami now. I don't want to see them keep changing it.
No, that ain't finna go nowhere.
Yeah,
That's part
I don't
of
want to.
Use that money to pay
Even
somebody.
if you don't get rid of the
Yeah.
turnover chain, don't bring that thing out when ain't nothing happening. Bring it out when we actually doing something. Like make them boys have to earn that turnover
Yeah.
chain. If we winning
Don't
by
bring it
2
out when we're
points,
losing by
if we
30.
winning by a touchdown, you ain't winning. You ain't getting this
You know
turnover
what?
chain now. When we
You know
guarding
what?
somebody and
What?
smacking them, let's bring it.
We don't need to have two coaches guarding the turnover chain. They need to be coaching players. Fuck, we got two coaches guarding the chain. Like, if you gotta have two coaches guarding, get a fake one, man. All right.
Exactly.
Or you gotta have two people guarding the motherfucker. Get a fake one, okay?
That's
Before
what
you
all
got
the other
two
schools do.
coaches.
They got
The other
all
thing that
big
them
props.
boys
We the
definitely
only ones spending money on the real deal.
Man, the other thing that they need to do, because they really tripping, I'm sick and tired of seeing this. I don't know what Blake James and whatever they got to do, Blake James, I know it's Manny, but they going to have to find a way to get our players back on the sideline, because I'm tired of seeing other teams have their alumni sit on the sideline
my God.
and give a little something extra.
OG just key. OG said we 95% of our games won in the trenches. There's been an issue since Golden left. Since Golden left, think about it. O-line has been below average.
Since then.
But you know what? I'm going to disagree with the O-line this year and last year. And the reason why I'm disagreeing with the O-line this year and last year is because when listen to me, man. When you become predictable, like I said, I'm going back to boxing. So somebody else brought boxing up. I'm going back to boxing. When Mike Tyson, when Customato died, when Customato died, another guy died, and Mike Tyson got rid of the rest of that camp, and he stopped moving his head, he was predictable. The main thing that Mike Tyson had that people, if you watch Mike Tyson and you watch how great he was, the greatest asset he had was head movement. That was his greatest asset, and Customato drilled head movement into Mike Tyson. That's why you seen him doing. That's why. So when he stopped doing that and just started coming forward and did not move that head, couldn't move that head, started getting hit with them hard power shots from the guys who were way bigger than him, and he didn't train anymore. Those are the things that happen. When we have a quarterback that you cannot, that is limited, that cannot stretch the field, that only can roll and throw to one side of the field, you're only going to throw short screen passes. You're not going to back the linebackers up. So you don't have 5-on-5 anymore. You have 8-on-5. How do you expect to win with an offense with the offensive line has 8-on-5? How do you expect to win? On the defensive line side, defensive line look bad. I'm gonna tell you why defensive line look bad. Not just because you think they soft or they small. It's because our cornerbacks don't play press coverage no more. So you know what they're able to, able to do? Our linebackers are always worrying about running side to side to hit the fucking wide receiver because our defensive backs are 20 yards off the fucking cornerbacks. So we're not playing press man. We're playing zone man. We're so far off that our linebackers have to cover the whole first 8 yards of the field because our cornerbacks play 15 yards off the ball. Just think about it. Go look at the games. Your linebackers have to cover both sides of the field, right?
And the middle.
And the middle, while our safeties and our corners play 15 yards off the ball.
Oh, boy. The linebackers and the DBs.
Look at the games, man. Look at them.
The linebackers playing both positions.
The linebackers got to play DB and linebacker. So if you get too much pressure, like you said we did last night, when they get too much pressure, there's no linebackers there because they're playing fucking defensive back and they bust up the middle for 100 yards. That's why. Look at the games. I can only teach so much, but I watch these shits, man.
Oh, hell no.
Look at the games.
Pittsburgh
This
just
is
lost.
facts.
Mm-hmm.
This is facts. It's not opinions. I'm not stating an opinion here. How many? I got 100 phone calls last night from Hurricane fans. That's why I said I need more donations, because all y'all got my fucking number. I got 100 phone calls last night from Hurricane fans. So, man, why they playing so far off the ball? Hey, Nigel, how many times you heard them say in the stands, why the DB's playing so far off the ball?
Wow, we said that shit the whole. We said it the
Hold
whole
up.
game.
Who wins
My
next
bad.
week, man?
Michigan
Who wins
State.
next week?
I'm
I'm a Hurricane. I'm always want to stay us, but I'm gonna be honest.
I ain't
We
saying,
about to
No,
lose.
for real.
I'm not saying nothing. I don't know.
I'll
I
go with
don't-
that.
See what I'm
I'll stick
saying?
with that.
That
I'll
is
stick
the
with that.
problem.
I pray that we
That's
show
the
up
problem
to play.
right there,
It
fam.
depends on what team show up.
What's the problem? What's
That's
the
why I
problem?
said I pray we show up to
We
play.
should not feel that way. We should at least have an identity.
100%
We're either
agree.
going to stop the run or we're going to throw. There's got to be an identity.
EJ, answer this question. Come in the fucking chat and tell me our fucking line ain't playing good. Come in the chat and tell me that. Come in. I'm gonna put it in there for you. Come tell me why. I just broke down for you. I just broke down everything. Do I need to break it down in special ed form? Do I need to break this shit down in special education form for people, man? Like, what the fuck? They know exactly what we doing every play. We outnumbered every play, and our defensive backs are playing 20 yards off the fucking line of scrimmage, and you want to blame the offensive line. Man, miss me with that shit.
Why?
Man.
But why, though?
It's easy. That's because of the play calling. That's the play calling. We have a limit.
3 plays. We got
Does
3
that
plays.
go? Does that go to
First down.
Lashley, or does that go to Manny?
I fucking quit. I can't take this shit no more. Like, serious. Nobody listens. I said why. Because our coaching fucking sucks. We got a quarterback that can't. We got a quarterback that cannot see over the line, cannot throw the ball deep, holds onto the ball too long. Nobody wants to say shit about Diaz. Nobody wants to blame Diaz. But it's easy.
You mean I said that last week? I was the first one that said, "Hey, dog,
I know
you can't be 5'10", 5'11", and go up against 12 people that are 6'3", 340."
I'm reading.
But what do we do?
Well, don't comment.
I know, fam.
I'm just saying, what do we do? I'm not talking to you, Ariel. I'm talking to EJ. Well, they don't comment if you at work.
Oh,
if you can't take this smoke, then don't add me no. Don't blame somebody when you at work. You need to be concentrating your job. All you need to be doing, concentrating on your job, so you don't get fired. Or they blame you like the office. Or they blame you like the office.
Zoe, you a savage, dog. Hey, boy, you savagery, man.
I mean, I'm being real. I'm being real. You want to make a comment and blame the offensive line while you at work.
Zoe savagery.
While you at work. While you at work, man, don't do that. I can tell you, you know what I love? And OG Kane saying, damn, wow. You know what OG Kane to do? OG Kane to go find a hole at work and get on the phone and curse my motherfucking ass out. That's what OG Kane do. Oh, I gave him the name OG Kane, and he younger than me. You know why? Because that nigga savage. And I'm going to say he's savage. Because when I called him out last week, you know what OG Kane said? Drop the motherfucking link, boy. Drop the motherfucking link. That's what I love about this shit. Ariel, when I called you out, what you did? Drop the motherfucking link.
That's right.
JP, remember I called you out a couple months ago? What you told me to do? So, drop the motherfucking link.
Let's get it in.
So, let's do this shit. So this is what I respect that shit. I respect that. I respect when OG came here and cursed my motherfucking ass out.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being held accountable. That's the problem.
That. I respect that shit, man. I respect that. I don't run from it.
Hey, what happened with Chaney? They said he was out for a little bit, right?
Lower back injury.
Lower back injury?
Lower back injury.
So it's not a knee, though. That's not a knee, though.
Nah, it's just a lower back injury. He all right.
2 weeks?
No.
Probably
they just hit him wrong when he was in the power. That's it. He gonna be good. He walked off on his own power and everything.
I ain't gonna respect shit you gotta say. You need to whatever you doing. You need to be at work. EJ, I respect shit you gotta say until you come in and give me that smoke and tell me why the O-line ain't good. Because you can't break down a play. You can't break down a fucking play. You can't tell me why the O-line ain't good. All you can say the O-line ain't good. But if you can't break a play down, and I don't want to hear shit you gotta say.
Even if they say the O-line was good, the O-line be good. King hang on to the ball for way too long, and then when he got plenty doggone receivers open, instead of passing the ball, he gonna try to run every single time. We watched him do that the entire night.
You're absolutely right. I got to give that up to y'all.
He did that the entire night.
He holds the ball too long.
He always hold it too long. I'm talking about it be the receivers beat
I have to give that to
wide open and you sitting there.
I even give y'all one better. I give y'all one even better. Hurricane Millie. Me and Hurricane Millie get into it every week. At least he don't ever come into the chat, but at least he can type out. He's smart enough to type out exactly what the fuck he's talking about. Even if he got to type it out in 15 different times, he can at least type that shit out. Everything he's talking about. Even if you got to do it 15 different times, he can type it out. I don't want to hear the offensive line ain't good. I don't want to hear the offensive line ain't good. That offensive line ain't got shit to do with what the fuck is going on in Miami right now. It got everything to do with Diaz King on the offense. And defense line ain't playing. I mean, the defense line don't look as good is because we're playing 100 yards off the fucking ball. And if anybody can sit here and disagree with me on any of the two things I just said, then you don't know football. If anybody can disagree with me on anything I just said right now about the defensive backs playing 15 yards off the fucking front of the wide receiver, so the linebackers got to cover the whole fucking that whole 15-yard space. Linebackers got to cover all that. When the defensive line, like you said, Ariel, get penetration, but there's nobody there to help them. And remember the Baltimore Ravens when they ran that 3 technique, and the defense line was there to hold the line so the linebackers can get there. The Miami can't do that. You know why? Because the Miami linebackers playing safety and cornerback and linebacker at the same fucking time.
Why though, fam?
They can't do it because
that's Manny's scheme. That's scheme trash.
Our DBs are not playing fucking man coverage, man. They're playing man, but they're playing man 15 yards off the ball. Go back and look at
that. Ain't man.
That's a scheme.
That's not man. That's zone.
No, zone is when they protect a certain part of the field. No, they're playing man. They're playing man.
If you 15 yards off, you zoning already.
Right? They just ain't playing press.
They ain't playing press man. They're not playing.
Why not? Why not?
Don't use it.
If you playing,
we're already looking suspect. Why not?
All right, time out. I'm gonna let against the grain go Laker dope, and then we got Hurricane Logan. I gotta get these other 3 in. What's going on here?
Nothing, bro. No, I agree with you. With them like playing off, but if you playing soft, man, that's like 5 to 7 yards off. If they 10 yards off, man, it ain't no way you in man coverage.
They're
not wrong.
This is what I'm explaining to you. All right, they'll play 7 yards, and before the ball snap, they back it up.
They bailing,
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And you see it against the grain. You don't see that. Am I wrong about that?
That's what I say. I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's like if
it's not a man.
And 2 people that know football can't agree if they zone a man. That's being coached wrong.
Yeah, they're not playing zone. They're playing man. They're just not playing man. They're playing man. They're just not playing man the way man's supposed to be played.
You playing soft man, but you playing it too soft. You playing it too soft to where somebody could make a case that this shit looks like zone defense.
And exactly,
that's what I was saying.
But see, what does that do to against the grain? What does that do to the linebackers? What position did they put the linebackers in?
It ain't just the linebackers. Now you put the pressure on everybody now on the defense because your linebackers, like you said, now they got to double and cover the flat. Even more now. They got to get stretched out where you would normally have like a boundary player. You don't now.
Damn!
You got 4 safeties out there.
So wait, let me ask you a question though.
He just pulled a URL on me, bro. He just pulled a smack on me. Repeat that shit again. Oh my! You know how to say? Say that again. Say that shit again about the boundary player. What that does? Oh my God! He said it better.
You pulled him out the play. You know what I'm saying? So I think I came to the realization, man, that if nobody is really wrong now. If you got a problem with something that Miami's doing all the way up from the athletic department down to the water board, everybody is right, in my opinion. Can't nobody be wrong right now. If they say that Miami is doing something right. That's just how much shit's going wrong. You know what I'm saying?
So everybody get the smoke.
No, trust me. I'm telling you, fam. If Miami does not look impressive next week, something's gonna change.
Yeah, let me get Lakers.
Why would you expect that though? What they
But
done
next
showed you
week
to
is a
make you
tough.
think
Next
that
week
that's
is a
even your
tougher team.
reality?
How they going? Next
Y'all
week
let
is
y'all
gonna
let me
be hard
get
for them to look good next week.
y'all let me get Ariel in. I mean, y'all let me get Lakers
Go
dope
ahead.
in. Lakers dope. What's going on, Lakers dope? What's
Hey,
going
what's up,
on,
man?
man?
What's up?
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to top against the grain. Coming in because he broke shit down.
He did.
Nah,
Like,
bro. Like I said, you might have a point that I'll be like, man, I 100% agree. I don't care
Nah,
what your problem is. You know, like how we would go back and forth about supporting De'Aaron King because I felt like he didn't show me enough that made me not want to believe in him. I seen some bad play calls. I seen some bad receiver play, but that game there is inexcusable. That's the first time in my eyes that it was like, man, he really looked bad, you know, and it wasn't nobody else's fault but his own. It wasn't that he didn't have a run game. It wasn't because the O-line wasn't blocking. It wasn't the bullshit play calling. Like, you look bad on your own. In the Alabama game, it's like, yeah, they coached up like an NFL team, but you still made the wrong reads on certain shit. I'm not defending him no more. I'm done with it. Straight
Well,
up. So
what
if
do
you
you do,
all
fam?
right,
What
Lakers
do
dope.
you do, though?
Hold on, Eric. Lakers dope. Go ahead, Lakers dope. Go ahead, Lakers
all
dope.
right.
I'm sorry.
So look, bro, for me, right, when he got hurt in the Alabama game, he should have stayed on the sideline. He should have never came back in the game. That's just on me. That's how I feel. You know what I'm
I
saying?
disagree. I
Oh,
disagree because
let him have. Let him have. Let him have it. Let him
I
have
thought
it.
he was done. Go ahead.
Let him have it. Let him
So
have it.
then, I mean, like, I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, you disagree, but, you know what I'm saying, that's Alabama, you feel me? And this game right here, he low-key was looking kind of bad, and low-key, when, like, he runs, he kind of, like, limps on that leg when, like, he gets up.
Yeah,
So,
nah.
you
But
know what I'm saying? Huh?
what I'm saying is like, what does that say though? If he stay on the sideline in that
That's,
Alabama game,
Call my phone, Logan. Call my phone, Logan. I'll put you
I
on my
was,
phone.
I was just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, for, like, last week, when he got hurt last week, I'm saying,
nah. And like I said, I'm at a
Call my
point, bro.
phone,
I
Logan.
can't really disagree, but uh,
You tired of
if
it?
he
You
was hurt,
said
he had no business playing that game. But at the same time, I don't think he was still able to play. You see what I'm saying? Being hurt and being injured is two different things. And it's not
Then
like the injury affected him that much to where he was playing bad. It was just real bad play calling.
I keep
He
saying.
did good.
I'm sorry, I keep saying it every week. Man. And against Grant called me today, and I forgot to call him back, but he knew what time I was coming on. He knew I was gonna let him in. Manny against Grant disagree on a lot of shit, right? But see, that's why I like him, because I don't want somebody who gonna come in here and kiss my ass. I like the war, I like the fight, but you got to come in with some intelligent shit. Like, and Manny against Grant got into it one show where we both got out of the lane, we both got out of the pocket. You know what I'm saying? But I would never question it, even though I got mad at him. I never questioned his intelligence. Never, and you know what I love about him is he came back. He called me and said, "I'm coming back," and I said, "You ain't coming. I'm coming back, and you gonna let me in." I have no choice but to let him in. I said, "I'm coming back, and you gonna let me in." Man, I bullied me out of my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know why he was able to bully me out of my own shit? Because he knows what the fuck he's talking about, and he's challenging me. If I run from his challenge, I'm a bitch. If I run from his challenge, I'm a straight bitch. And that's what I respect about
Yep.
Against the Grain. We argued as soon as he got in.
And vice
I don't
versa.
care.
And vice
I don't
versa on my end.
exactly.
I can't look at it like he got upset one time. "Oh, I ain't gonna fuck with Go no more." You know, like
Nah,
that wasn't really on the table.
we got to push each other. So we sit back and we calm down like men, and that's gonna make both of us great. That's why I feel like even with 100, we don't have 500 in chat tonight. We got 115. We had 130 at the max. But everybody get an opportunity to talk their shit, speak their mind, talk their shit.
What's my boy name right here?
Which one with the type? Which one? Ariel?
Yeah, that's Ariel.
Me and Ariel fought for 6 straight years, bro.
Hey, look,
It's all
Ariel,
good though.
That's my boy. That's why he's still here. That's why he's still here. Like I said, OG came in and cursed me out last week. OG
But he deserved it though.
He came in and cursed me out last week. I'm like, oh my god, my brother
He
cursed
deserved
me
it
out.
though.
Hey, I got cursed out right.
Like Ariel said though, they gotta come out the next game and they gotta really be impressive. And that's why I said, you know, how do you expect that when he hasn't showed you this going into this is year 3 now, right?
Damn.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Go. Have
Talking
you
about
ever
with
built a house
King
with your
or
bare hands?
Have I ever built the house with my bare hands? Yes, I have. I have built the house with my bare. I built a couple houses when I was younger.
Pour the slab frame the house up, put the insulation, ran the electricity.
We've done. I did everything but electricity because I'm scared to die. But we have.
Oh.
I've never. But time out. Guess what though? I did it with a team. I ain't do it by myself. I know where you was going. I know where you was going at, AG. I know where you was going at. I did it with a team, AG. I know.
Let me finish. So that's the self-awareness that we need. I know I need a team, right? If I went to you and I said, all right, Zoe, I need you to come build my house, but I need you to do it by yourself, right? And you know that you can't build my house without a team. And I say, all right, I'll give you a year to do it. You think you could do it in a year by yourself?
No.
Hell no.
You think? All right, no.
It's
Hold
impossible.
on. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 years.
I've been remodeling myself by my house for 2 years, and I still ain't done.
Hey,
I want to see.
So you see how it doesn't matter how much time I give you if you don't know what the fuck you doing, right?
So
everybody that's saying just give Manny more time, he's not gonna wake up one day and figure this shit out and be an elite coach.
That's not Manny, dog. Don't think that. Manny's not gonna wake up tomorrow and be Willy Wonka.
No, listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm not even blaming Manny no more. I'm defending him because it's not Manny's fault that he's not successful at this level because he's showing it.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. We all know Manny an alcoholic, but we keep getting him liquor.
You keep bringing him to the ball.
Okay, though.
We all know he alcoholic.
The man trying to clean his life up. You say, hey man, here, just drink one beer, bro. Here, you know, it's stupid. So it's only, in my opinion, there's only 2 ways you can get to that level of an elite college football coach. One, you got to take the long road, and you got to go to them G5 schools. You got to start in FCS or whatever, gain your knowledge, and get to the point. Nick Saban was coaching at Kent State. He didn't just go to no top program his first head coaching job or whatever, right? I think
you can though. I'm sorry, I think you can. And I'm gonna let you go back.
It's 2 ways. It's 2 ways. Okay, the other way is if you gonna be a coach, you got to get up underneath somebody that knows something, and you got to be there for a while. It can't just be 1 year under this, and then you're not gonna learn enough, bro. So if you look at Kirby Smart with Nick Saban, defensive coordinator, I think for 7 years. Yeah. Jimbo Fisher was Nick Saban offensive coordinator, I think, for like another 3 or 4 years at LSU. And then he went and learned under Bobby Bowden. So if Kirby Smart say, I come from that Nick Saban coaching tree and I know so much, I learned so much from him, shit, Jimbo be like, man, 2 Hall of Fame coaches I was under. Dabo, he took the long route. You see what I'm saying? Nick Saban took the long route.
You're talking about people that have an identity, though.
Let me figure. That's what I'm about to say.
I'm telling you how they got their identity. Manny didn't have an identity.
Against the grain. Let me get on. All right, let me do something. This is why I say. This is why I go for Ed Reed. All right, you mentioned the name Dabo. You mentioned Dabo. No, you listen to me. You mentioned Dabo Swinney.
I'm shaking my head at EJ Jones.
Okay. You mentioned Dabo, right? Yeah. This is why I said I want Ed Reed as a coach, as a head coach right now. You mentioned Dabo. Dabo was never a coach before he became the head coach at Clemson. Never a coach. But he was surrounded.
Like wide receivers coach. That was
he was surrounded by great coaches. He learned from great coaches. What I'm saying about Ed Reed is, right, first off, in order to be a head coach, people think you have to be a play caller. You don't have to be a play caller. You have to be you have to be an evaluate talent well, whether it's from coaching and from playing. We all know Manny never coached really, and he never played. So you have to be and do that. You have to know how to humble yourself. We already know Ed Reed knows how to humble himself. And you surround him with great coaches. I believe the coaching staff that's around Ed Reed right now would be a great staff if we got the positions right. This is just me personally. I think all the time that he spent with Ozzie Newsome, and Ozzie Newsome said he never left the film room. He said when all the players were gone, Ed Reed stayed. The last 7 years he was here, he would stay 5, 6, 7 hours a day. He wanted to be the head coach. He did not want to be a coach. He wanted to know everything. He said, and this is why Tom Brady and Peyton Manning said that we throw the ball on one side of the field. He baited us into throwing interceptions. He baited us into throwing because he outcoached us.
Hey, so,
okay, Dion, let me finish. So when you got a player that did those things, and then went and he played under 2 championship coaches. They said he lived with Rex Ryan for 2 years. When it was in Buffalo, he said he stayed with Rex. And you can say what you want to say about Rex. Rex is a great fucking coach. He's a great coach. He's a Hall of Famer. Okay, all right. So when you learn from Rex, and Rex learned from Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick and Bill Belichick in New England. I mean, not Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, and then Bill Belichick. And see, to me, Ed Reed comes from one of those coaching trees, because if you ask every last one of those coaches who he spent time with in the offseason, the same way Deion Sanders did it, because they really want to coach, those guys never had off seasons because they spent time with coaches. Ed Reed has never had an off season. Yeah. He's never had one. So just because we have not seen him physically coach, do you not think that he's a leader of men? And head coaches are leaders of men. And that's why I say I think Ed Reed will be a great head coach, because he's a leader of men. Miami's not getting Cristobal. I'm tired of talking about Cristobal. We're not going to pay $10 million to $15 million to buy him out and then pay $7 million a year. Not going to do that. But why not take a chance on Ed Reed? Why not? When every coach, listen, I guarantee you, he could get
what you got to lose.
App State, he could get an App State coaching job today. The difference is he's home, and those play. Not just that, any high school he walk into, and he's not gonna do like all these other head coaches and send other coaches. He's gonna walk into them bitches himself. He's gonna be in a dunk with some 26 on that motherfucker. Any school he walk into against the grain, what coach not gonna want to talk to him?
It depends. It depends on the athletic department. I think what they're looking for, but I'm not
talking about job. You know what I'm saying? If he's a head coach at Miami, if he's a head coach at Miami, any high school he walk, what school wants to? He'll be Nick Saban-ish. Yeah. Instead of flying on a helicopter.
The only coaches the only school that I would say probably wouldn't entertain it is if you got a coach that been at that school for a while, like your I think the Northwestern coach been there for a minute.
They would love Ed Reed. They would love Ed Reed.
And that's what I'm saying. Like if he just decide he gonna retire or something, you got to see what's up with him. But I don't think they're gonna push him out the door.
No. I'm saying no. If he's a head coach, if he's a head coach at Miami for recruiting, what school could he not walk into? What school could he not walk into? What school could he not walk into? And those schools not listen to Ed. Those schools not want
American Heritage.
You might be right. He might not be in the word.
That's the only one. And maybe like Lakeland, well, that ain't South Florida. But you got certain high schools that's just pipelines to certain universities, and you got certain we couldn't recruit Deerfield Beach for the longest.
But I think
we got Jalen Knight and Xavier Restrepo, in the same class. Before that, it had been years.
I said he's great.
And let's put Son together. Since y'all saying y'all want to hire coaches, all right, let's line Son up. Now we put Ed Reed as head coach. Who you got offensive coordinator?
I'm leaving. Listen, I'm leaving everybody the same and just changing Ed Reed, because I think the problem is at the top. Listen to me. I'm leaving. Only thing I'm doing is I'm bringing in a defensive coordinator. I'm leaving Rhett Lashley as OC. I'm leaving him as OC because he's going to show you. In my opinion, he hasn't had a chance with his quarterback. He has not had a chance with his quarterback.
Back to Connecticut.
Then you gonna do a speak like that.
Listen to me. Ed Reed, you better shake that staff up.
Listen to me. He hasn't had a chance with his quarterback. And everybody knows every time he played Perry, the team played great.
Let me listen.
No, you just asked me a question. I'm just answering the question. You can't ask me a question, Cane Juice, and not let me answer it. You can't ask me a question and not let me answer it. Can you ask me what I do? All I'm saying is I would keep the coaching staff the same, man. I just replace it. I would do it this year. When we don't have a year to lose, we have nothing to lose. Because I know he'll play Garcia. I would do it this year.
Call the defense?
No, I'll let T-Rock call the defense this year. I would.
I'll let T-Rock call the defense because that defense.
I would.
Because all he's doing is showing technique, but he ain't really.
So you're gonna let me answer right now. If it was right now, I will hire Ed Reed today, and I will leave everybody else the same and let T-Rock call defense. And then if things didn't work out, then you shake it up next year. But with the one thing you can do, and Miami does do, Miami has the money to hire any coach in the world that they want, any defense, any coaching staff that they want. So you want to bring in all these great offensive, defensive coordinators and everything, bring them in. The one thing I know about Ed Reed is no matter who coaching offense, who coaching defense, the team is not going to come in unprepared and unmotivated. That's what I'm talking
problem
about.
is no preparation.
That's what I'm talking about.
Preparation is bad.
Hold on, Hurricane Logan. I let Hurricane Logan go for a second because he's been waiting for a long time.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening. All I gotta say is fuck Manny Diaz, bro. Straight up. I'm not trying.
I agree.
I don't care what nobody says, man. It ain't no damn 2 years. Dabo this next year, that, bro.
EJ just killed me on this one right here. I would take this guy as my head coach, and I'm about to put him up here. Yes, I would take this guy as my head coach.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I would.
He the reason that I'm not gonna say him, but he was the coach for Ohio State game. Cheated. We hate that Ohio State team because
I don't give a shit. He was also the coach at Youngstown. Listen, he was at Youngstown State, went to Ohio State, went back to Youngstown State, won that championship. He is he was a great coach every way he's been. And there's no way. But he was, I don't know if he paid dues, he was just great because he got moved from Youngstown State quick. He was just great. You got somebody that's just great. He was just a great coach.
All right. Now,
he was just a great coach.
Got anything else they want to say about the Ed Reed hire?
Man, the Ed Reed thing, that's the best hire in my opinion. Because a lot of people, I remember when Zoe was talking about him living in the doggone film room with Ozzie Newsome and John Harbaugh and Rex. Man, I remember. I can't remember if it was Peyton. Peyton told a story about how doggone Ed watched something that he did, and he doggone prepped for a whole damn year.
He ran it wrong on film on purpose.
Peyton Manning did it. He tricked him, and he caught the pass and took it to the house.
He did it to him and Tom Brady.
Entire year.
He did it to him and Brady. He did it to both of them.
And how you not want to coach like that? He prepped for something that he saw this year all the way till next year. So when he see you, he gonna get with you.
I'm gonna say this right here. Ed Reed, I'm just going, and I don't mind. I don't mind talking about race because this is just who I am. Because everybody keeps saying Ken Dorsey has done nowhere near as much studying as Ed Reed.
No.
Ken Dorsey, but we'll scream Ken Dorsey. We won't scream Ed Reed. When he developed one player, which was Cam Newton, which he did a great job with Cam. But what I mean is when you are Ed Reed, you look like Ed Reed, you talk like Ed Reed, you don't look like you're smart enough for the position, and you didn't play quarterback.
Yeah.
So they would even take a black light skinned quarterback over Ed Reed. I'm just being honest with you because he don't look the part. When you don't look the part, this is why Deion Sanders always say it must be the money, always the tight suit and ties and everything. Ed Reed doesn't look that part. Ed Reed actually looks more the part of fucking Bill Belichick.
Sure do.
Amen.
So he doesn't look the part. So when you don't, and I know how it feels not to look the part. Like as being a welder in a craft where it's predominantly white and you trying to move up the ladder, and it's not racist, it's racial. Let me explain something to you. Difference between racist and racial. If you go to any job, say like you see black people hang out together, you see the white people hanging out together, it's not because they're racist, that's who you're used to being around. That's who you're used to being around. So whoever you hung up with and who you're used to being, that's who you're comfortable with. So it's not. So if I'm a white guy and I'm at the top and I see another young white guy that's button down, look like me, act like me, dress like me, and I feel like he's gonna do a better job than the guy that I'm not used to being around. I'm not used to, I don't know his culture. I don't understand him and these things there. You see what I'm saying? So it's not racist. It's racial. It's just he said it first. Who you're used to being around, what you trust more. How many black head coaches have you seen successful in college football? So you can't trust it because you haven't seen that many successful black head coaches on Division I level.
Chris Pilcher says, "Zoe, you convinced me. Let's go Ed Reed. Shit, if you think he convinced you, wait till I got to say what I got to say."
All right, go ahead. I need to let Nigel go.
That's why I asked if anybody else got something to say about it, man, because I done heard the negative of what people saying, and I made it make sense to myself.
I got two people I'm gonna let go. I got two people I'm gonna let go real quick, like Logan said he's just gonna smoke his Newport 3000, and I'm gonna let Lakers dope go, and Kane Juice go, and I'm putting everybody else on mute, and then you go. Lakers
All right,
dope,
go
what
ahead,
you got?
Lakers.
All right, so me, I want Hugh Jackson. I like Eddie Reed, but I want Hugh Jackson.
I'm not mad at that one.
I ain't
gonna let
mad at
you.
that one either. I ain't
I
even
ain't gonna.
think about
I ain't gonna let you explain it though, because we right now we're on our air.
No, go ahead. No, you good. You good. Go ahead. Go
that.
ahead. I just
Hey,
want. That's who I want.
X, what you got to say on this real quick, like before I let Against the Grain go? I'm gonna let him go loose now.
I ain't got no comment on this one. You could skip past
All
me.
right, I'm gonna let him go.
All right.
It's on him now. I'm about to mute myself. I'm muting myself. Everybody getting.
All right. So pretty much what we've been seeing, man, it feel like, since I would say like the mid 2000s, after we lost Larry Coker, like I had mentioned, every hire was kind of like a band-aid shit. Larry Coker in itself was a band-aid because we lost Butch. We wasn't planning on that. So you put the Larry Coker band-aid, and then now you got the Nevin Shapiro stuff, and the suspensions and all of this stuff. So you try to bring in somebody to clean it up, which is Randy Shannon. And then we saw how Randy, he had the #1 recruiting class and wasn't able to do nothing with it. So it was like they can sign these players, but they can't develop them. All right. Then we moved to, I think Jed Fish was like the best OC we had since Coker, maybe, during that time. And it was like these players wasn't getting no better. It was you slap a band-aid, let's bring in Al Golden, who turned around Temple, right? Now, sidebar, like I said, Al Golden paid his due. Al Golden was that coach at a G5 school like he should have been. So you bring in Al Golden, he set a program up. Mark Richt was supposed to be a band-aid. And then when Mark Richt left, you panicked, and then you hired Manny. He was a band-aid, right? What we needed was a splash hire, and we never got one. So one that I think would have been good, we hear people say all the time that they want Lane Kiffin at Miami. I think Mike Leach let's see, because he was at Mississippi State last year, so he wasn't even available in 2019 when we needed a coach. But that's somebody that would have been a good hire, because maybe our team wouldn't have been that great, but everybody was clamoring for that spread offense. Everybody wanted that coach that was going to spread that ball around no matter what. That was our problem, right? So with Mike Leach, I'm not saying he would have been here 5 or 6 years. We only needed him for about 2 years to kind of rejuvenate and give the program that spark. And then you go and you find your coach for the future after you get rid of him or he take another job somewhere. Ed Reed would be a splash hire for us for this reason. Ed Reed, it's insulting for people to say that we're going from a head coach with no experience to another head coach with no experience, because Ed Reed played 20 years in the NFL, right? He's probably forgotten more about football than Manny Diaz has ever learned. So you can't say that just because Manny started out watching film that that's even comparable, right? We talking about somebody that, like you mentioned, the play that he ran to Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. That's something that you need in somewhere around that program, and you don't have it when you don't have NFL head coaches. So Manny is making $3 million a year. What I think we should tell, Ed Reed has probably made over $100 million. And he wanted to come here, but they wouldn't hire him because they wanted to stay in that pro style offense, right? So if you tell Ed, we paying Manny $3 million, right? But because I want you to succeed, we gonna pay you $1 million, and that other $2 million, whatever we paying Rhett Lashley, you put $1 million on that, and then you go get one of these. It's about finding the right coach. You're not gonna get a top 10 OC in the NFL to come down to the college level, right? So it got to be maybe a guy that's on his last leg as an NFL OC or something. And he's just willing to come here for about two years, right? You put $1 million on top of whatever you paying Rhett Lashley, and then you bring him in. You put $1 million on top of whatever you was paying Blake Baker, and you go get the same thing as an NFL DC, right? Now the problem with NFL guys is, like, they don't really like to recruit, because in the NFL you know, when it's my turn to draft, I just, all right, who the best player on the board or who what we need? Boom. All right, here go your contract. It's not like, okay, we want to draft this kid at 7, but he like, nah, I really want to go to San Francisco. I don't want to play in my. That's what recruiting is. You don't have that in the NFL, so it's a lot easier. It's more, you know, you're a free agent. You willing to go to any team that's gonna pay you, right? So when they go to the college level, they kind of struggle with recruiting. But if we got an NFL OC and he's pretty much gonna that holds a lot of weight on the recruiting trail, because now I'm not learning from a guy that was just at a small school a couple years ago. I'm learning from somebody that knows what it takes to get to the level I'm trying to get to. And that's on both sides of the ball now with your DC and your OC. If Ed Reed is the head coach and you bring in a NFL OC, the quarterback, you gonna get your Jake Garcia every year. You're not gonna deal with having Malik Rozier have to start for you, or you know, something like a Jaron Williams, something like that, right? So what you need to do is you need to have a balance to where we got development and we got recruiting. So like I said, the OC is gonna recruit the quarterback position. At running back, I think you keep Eric Hickson because he brought in Don Chaney and Jalen Knight in the same class. He got ties to recruiting in South Florida, right? So you keep that running back coach. OCs usually they want to hire their own guys, but if you go, you say, all right, you hire your offensive line coach, you hire your wide receivers coach from the NFL. This is what your budget is. Then you keep Eric Hickson as your running back coach, and then you got Stephen Field as your tight end coach. They're gonna pretty much do the brunt of your offensive recruiting. And you also have Pop Cooney. Pop Cooney is in an off the field job. If he learning from an NFL coach, when that guy leaves for a bigger job, you got somebody that can step into that wide receiver on the field coach as well as a recruiter, right? So, like I said, you get Steve Field is an every position recruiter. And on the defensive side, you tell your NFL DC, you hire your D-line coach, which pretty much could be Jess Simpson because he coached in the NFL, and then you hire your linebacker coach. You keep DVD, and then you keep T-Rob because now they learning about preparation from NFL coaches, and it's guys that it's not just a position coach. They know how NFL teams prepare. So you don't need just because Alabama had 3 NFL head coaches, you don't need 3 NFL head coaches on the sideline. You need coaches that have been in NFL rooms. So it's not like it's so far-fetched for Ed Reed to be a head coach, because if he gives his offensive coordinator autonomy, look, you just hire your wide receiver and your O-line coach. We gonna keep the running back coach and the tight end coach because they have the connections. You don't necessarily have to recruit so much, and you got guys in off the field positions that's learning from NFL guys. So you don't have to go out and pay somebody. And like I said, you tell Ed this is a one-time thing. So in your 3rd year, this is pretty much gonna be where we decide are we gonna like give him that 4 or 5? I say Miami is a $5 million job, right? We only paying Manny $3 million because that's what he's worth. With the recruiting base that we in, with the landscape is one of 2 cities in college football that's actually worth going to, with like us and Los Angeles, right? So you think about it, you play a 12 o'clock game, you go home and you want to watch some football, you see yachts passing in your in your backyard. And instead of cows and tractors and pickup trucks, which is 98% of college football. So you can get these NFL guys to come, like Coach Hayes said, it's hard to get them to come here because once they step down, it's kind of hard to make that jump back up. So that's why I said you're not going to get a top 10 OC in the NFL is going to be looking for an NFL job. One of the bottom 10 teams is going to fire their coach. So that's how that works. If you find one of those OCs in the middle, it's like he has 10 or 15 guys better than him that's up for promotion. So why not go to a college, and kind of get my name hot there? That's what Joe Brady did. Joe Brady was just like, some type of analyst for the Saints, but then he goes to LSU as a passing game coordinator, and all of a sudden he's an NFL offensive coordinator, right? So like I said, bro, they kicking me off the mic, man. But you get what I'm saying. It's not a bad hire as people think, but you just got to do it right. I think in year 3 is when you say, all right, Ed, you starting something here where Miami is a springboard job because it's kind of like where Alabama is a rehab for fired head coaches. Then Miami is now a rehab for fired NFL head coaches.
Don't do that.
Or maybe like not, you don't necessarily have to get fired. You might just be stuck in the middle. But Miami is an attractive job because the media wants Miami to be good, but they always fall short. So think about what that would mean for Ed Reed if he was able to turn this around. Think about what if Ed Reed hired an NFL OC that nobody really was in love with, but he came and we saw an uptick in that offense at Miami. That dude is gonna get a P5 job somewhere.
You know what, man? I couldn't have broke that down better. And everything you saying, I was saying it's just that this is why. But see, this is why I muted.
I sat there and I thought.
But see, this is why I muted everybody. That's why I muted everybody mics. I wanted you to be able to rock for a second. That's why I muted myself. Because I didn't want, if I mute myself, then I'm not tempted to interrupt you. I'm just listening. That's why I even muted myself. That's why I muted everybody mics. I muted myself because I wanted you to be in there, get your shit off and tell me what you thought about it. And guess what? Talking to people that know Ed Reed said he'll do the first year for free.
That's what I'm saying.
He said he would coach for
already
free.
Left you all of that money and you blew it.
He said he would coach for free. Like, it's not about the money to him. I don't even know if he ever wants $5 million. I just think he wants to be I think he wants to be a mentor. Sometimes I appreciate that, Terrence. Sometimes you have guys that just want to be mentored. I think it's not always about that big payday, that big money day with Ed Reed. It's more about I appreciate it, man. Mr. Young sent another $1 and another $5 today. Mr. Young, appreciate that, bro. Terrence just sent $5 to the cash app. Thank you very much, man. Every dollar count. I just donated $100 to Coach Coop channel the other night. If y'all did not see, I just donated $100 to Coach Coop channel for his score prediction. So he said he was going to give $100 to anybody who gets the score prediction. And then people were complaining, $100 not enough. So I just said, okay, Coach Coop. And I was on there, and I said I'll donate another $100. So now it's $200 to whoever gets the first score prediction. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I just get this money and I just hold on to it. Or I don't get a lot of money. Oh, I just get this money and I just take it. I just spend it. No, I try to help out other YouTubers. I try to help out my channel. I got my own screen print machine coming in so I can do my shirts. Hell, I'm gonna make Against the Grain some shirts. I done told them I want to help. This is where my money goes. It goes to me going to games. You know what I'm saying? Me paying for my hotels, like stuff like that. Because when I travel and I go to these games and I get to meet these alumni that I get to meet, it still costs me money to get there and get back. So when I'm able to get you guys information, like the information that Ed Reed flat out said he don't even want to get paid for it, that's not out there. He said he do the first year for free, and I know this for a fact. And that's why Manny's so afraid of him, because he know Ed wants to be the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Ed know it's gonna take. He doing that first year for free because he know that $3 million he gonna need it to get some coaches.
Exactly. He wants to build into the program. So anytime I ask for donations, it's so I can give back. Like I said, you asked Hurricane Logan, I gave back. I give back to everybody, man. So if I ask for donations, I ask for likes just so I can give back. Like I said, I always talk numbers and how my numbers done drop. At the end of the day, my numbers can continue to drop, but like, ain't nobody gonna have people that come on here and drop more gems than I do, or just speak some real shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you the facts, and that's why I'm always able to get in contact with boosters, and that's all I need is boosters. I don't need nobody else. The boosters stay real with me because I keep it real. I don't sit back and talk no fake shit. I don't sit back and tell you what you want to hear. And there's not one booster that wants me to be a friend of a coach. They don't want me to be a friend of the coaching staff. They want me to talk the real shit. They want me because boosters can't come out and say it. So what I do is I say basically what the boosters say, and I watch the games. I don't use nobody else's opinion on the games unless somebody really telling me what they really saw, and I go back and look at it. You see what I'm saying? When I watch football, I tell you I watch football inside out. I watch it inside out. That's why when people say the offensive line, defensive line, I say look at what's going on around them. Look at what's going on around them. Like when what's name said, like when Ariel said about how they busted play wide up the middle. Yeah, but what were the linebackers? They overran the play. No, they didn't overran the play. That they were supposed to. You want them to collapse the line. The running back was able to squeeze through, and no linebackers were there. That's not on the defensive line. That's on the linebackers, man. I appreciate that $5 donation, Terry. Real talk, man. So when there's no linebackers there, and you watching the cornerbacks play like against the grain said, you watch the cornerbacks are 7 yards off, and then they in bail coverage. That mean the linebackers have to cover that whole section of the field. They have to cover that whole section of the field. So now they're going to be
think about not to cut you off, Zoe, but think about if they put the strength of the formation into the boundary like we do sometimes and put that bunch to the short side, your striker is over on that side of the field. So exactly. if it was to the other side to the field, your linebacker wouldn't be under that much stress. But now that teams know that they put a lot of people, it's a numbers game. So you put that bunch to the short side, and now your corner 7 yards off, your free safety on the hash, and your linebacker is in the box. That's a bubble screen all day.
And I got another prime example. I remember last year T2Y showed a play where DJ Ivy released he said DJ Ivy got burnt because he had to come get him, but he actually released him to the safety, but the safety got burnt and DJ Ivy tried to run him down, and the same play happened last night with Corey Couch when he released it to the safety, but Bo Bolden made that lick. Now, if Bo Bolden wouldn't make that lick and DJ and Corey Couch, it would look like he got burnt. It looked like he got toasted. And he's 7 yards off. It looked like he got toasted. But I kept telling y'all, when they get filming these players, they're going to do their weaknesses. And Sutton destroyed Couch last night. He didn't score a lot of points, but he caught a lot of balls on Couch last night. Not because Couch isn't good. It's because Couch now is going to have to – you're going to have coaches that have to say, okay, they've learned this technique about you. They've learned that technique about you. You had a veteran receiver on you, a veteran receiver in Sutton who probably going to go to the league. He's not their best receiver, but he's a very savvy receiver. And he knew everything that you were going to do. He used that, and he used those things against you. And so I'm not saying Couch is not a great player. Couch is going to be a great player, but now they have film on him. He's going to have to learn different techniques. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand, because he got to go back and look at the game. He really got abused last night, and nobody's screaming, nobody talking shit about Ivy. You know why nobody talking shit about Ivy? Because Ivy didn't get beat up last night.
Shit, he wasn't in the game a whole lot either. Tyreek was the other corner.
No. They swap every series. They did the same thing in Alabama.
But if he was out there on his own shit, the same plays you saw before, it wouldn't have looked a whole lot different.
No, he was out there. I was screaming plays. He was out there he was out there. Matter of fact, the two last plays of the game, when the one play they tried to throw the dude, and the dude when he catch the ball and DJ Ivy turned and knocked the ball out of his hand, they say he dropped it, but then they showed it. That was that one. They thought he was open, and then DJ Ivy closed on him and knocked the ball out of his hand. That was on their last drive of the game. He was out there a lot.
What I'm saying though is DJ Ivy is like a relief pitcher. He'll give you 2 or 3 good innings, but then when you try to get 5 out of him, he's gonna start giving up them home runs.
Well, I mean, is he giving up home runs? Like I said, a lot of times he released.
He's been doing it for 4 years.
A lot of times he was releasing players though. Even the game in the Alabama game when that receiver caught the touchdown pass on him, the quarterback had 25 seconds to throw the ball, and it was a pick route. Like
What about the Georgia Tech game when they threw a fake punt on him?
That definitely happened. That definitely happened. Yeah. I mean,
he got his ass towed up, I think, in both North Carolina games too. But that I ain't want to cut you off. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, can I go real quick, bro? Hey, yo,
go ahead.
Okay, so look, man. So look, everything you said about, you know what I'm saying, the coaches, and right, for me, bro, I feel like we need to go get Hugh Jackson, man.
And I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm glad you brought it up because I never would have thought about
it. Hey, come on, man. Look, okay. Look, he coached the Browns, right? And he low key he got fired because, like, you know, saying him and some other coach, right? But look, if you go on YouTube, right, and like look at the mic'd up by Hugh Jackson, he teaches these players how to play football. You know what I'm saying? He's an old school coach. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's gonna like teach the players what to do. You know what I'm saying? And plus, having a coach like Hugh Jackson, you know what I'm saying, he got the knowledge of the NFL game. And plus, like, you know what I'm saying, he's going to show these young kids how to be a man, too. You feel me?
And I hear my only knock now that what you said made a lot of sense. My only knock is are our players going to play with an edge? you know, Hugh Jackson, he know a lot, but he kind of a reserved guy. Who you got on staff that's gonna light up? Our players don't play with no fire underneath them. It's not about the system a lot of the times. It's they don't have no edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
That's the only thing. It's kind of like you know, Randy had a little bit of fire about him, but Randy was real reserved too.
I mean,
if we had just dogs that it didn't matter who we was playing, we was gonna get up and give it 100. I'd say, man, I didn't got no problem with Hugh Jackson, but our players just don't play inspired, bro.
Yeah, but hey, man, listen, we probably gonna need a type of coach like Hugh Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Because look, if you're not gonna inspire the players, like you know what I'm saying, the coach. Oh, okay. Look,
I want Ed. I don't want Hugh Jackson. I don't want Hugh Jackson.
I know you won't.
Ed number one on my board. He kicking the ass.
Listen, I'm just like I'm tired of these humble ass just because they got a technique, or just like, what has Hugh Jackson really done? Explain to me what he's really done. Like, explain, like, he went up to coaching Rams, but what has he really done? Like, what has he really won? Like, what has he done?
He haven't done anything, but like,
exactly, that's my point. So he old, he ain't did shit. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the same old same, bro. I'm tired of the same old same. I'm serious. That's why I just want to jump out the box one time. Like, I want to jump out. Remember, back in the day, we jumped out the box. Like, when we ran, like, everybody said we need bigger guys. We was the first team to go smaller on. We moved linebackers to defensive line, safety to the linebackers, cornerbacks to safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, cornerbacks. Like, we did shit different. I'm just tired of the same old. I don't want no disrespect to Hugh. Yeah. The only listen to me. The only person I want that I felt like we can go get, if I felt like we can go get them, besides Ed, if I wanted somebody, would be the Pirate. It would be Lane Kiffin. I mean, not Lane Kiffin. My boy, not Lane Kiffin. The Pirate. What's his boy? Mike Leach. You know why we know why I would want Mike Leach over every other, even over Cristobal. You know, the only reason I want him over Cristobal, the only reason, because he's different. He brings a different energy. And the thing about it is, you can't say he's not a hard ass on his players. You can't say he don't ride his players, because he does what he got fired for.
Now, your only knock with Leach though is with his offense is real gimmicky. With the air raid, and none of his quarterbacks really go on to be NFL quarterbacks. He got to take 2- and 3-star players and mold them into an air raid quarterback, throwing it 100 times in practice.
But in Miami, he's going to have those 4- and 5-star quarterbacks who used to doing that. So you think that makes him better? That's scary. He's never had that kind of talent.
I'm saying, with an NFL GM, would they look at a Mike Leach quarterback? They don't see a future, like Hall of Fame quarterback or a Pro Bowler or something. That's the only knock to me, really. You're going to lose a lot of running backs, too.
Actually, because all his running backs get 1,000 yards. Like, all the running backs at Texas A&M got 1,000 yards.
They
did.
They get 1,000 yards receiving.
No, they got 1,000 yards. He got running backs at Texas Tech. Texas A&M got 1,000. I mean, Texas Tech, they got 1,000 yards rushing. Like, dead serious, for real. And you know why? Because of the way they spread the field, and they hand the ball off in that spread, and it'd be wide open linebackers. Yeah, go look it up. Please do me a favor.
I know the Mississippi State running back last year that he opted out, but shit, he was like a SEC power back, and I think he had like 70 catches or something.
Yeah, he opted out because he was a power back. Miami don't use power backs.
Yeah, he wasn't getting used. He wasn't getting used how he wanted
in
to.
That lane,
he was throwing that bitch to him.
Yeah, but no, a lot of Leach's running backs get for 1,000 yards with his at Texas Tech. Because the way they open the field up, it opens up lanes. I think he would change his coaching style a little bit for Miami, for the caliber of players. I think a lot of times he throw gimmicky plays because of a lot of places he's been at, he hasn't been able to get that type of
talent. Tim Couch into a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike Leach was the OC at Kentucky when Tim Couch went crazy, and that's how Mike Leach got the Texas Tech job.
Yeah, I think that he would be. I'm just tired of the same old same.
I said, if we would have took him in 2019, that was the splash hire that we needed. Because we didn't hire him, that shit went on for so much longer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know. What's name talked about paying him. I know Donald Trump said he would pay his salary when the year that we hired fucking old boy, god dang, Mark Rick. The year that we hired Mark Rick, damn, what's name said he would pay his salary to be at Miami.
Damn.
Dead serious. Fucking Donald Trump said if Miami hired, because that one Mike Leach got kicked out of the league, and Mike Leach showed interest in Miami, and Donald Trump said I'll pay his salary if Miami hire him.
Well,
I don't know
he's
them
not
checks.
crazy, man. He lives
I
in South Florida.
don't know if them
and
checks
he-
would have. I don't know if them checks would have bounced now.
You know,
Nah, but like I said, Mike
that's
Leach
backup.
not crazy, man. What he's been able to do at Texas Tech was with players that Oklahoma and Texas A&M didn't want. He turned Cliff Kingsbury. I think Cliff Kingsbury had the record for the most passing yards in college, and then like the following season, BJ Simmons I think had it. And you always see that 5,000 yard passing. You know, Michael Crabtree was the wide receiver there and went crazy, but it's just that offense doesn't really translate well to the NFL, and that's why a lot of players, like high level players, don't want to play. But people love him, but he can only get those 3-star JUCO, transfer type of guys, and he makes it work. Like Gardner Minshew, he got Gardner Minshew drafted.
Man, you know who I would have liked as a backup if we couldn't get Ed Reed, but I don't know if they ever gonna pay the money or how long they gonna stick with Manny. Hugh Freeze.
I ain't mad at that one either.
Man, Hugh Freeze got the fire.
You're not getting Hugh Freeze at Miami after what happened.
No, we ain't got the money.
It ain't the money after what happened at Ole Miss. You ain't getting Hugh Freeze at Miami after what happened at Ole Miss.
But you know,
hey, the media go eat that shit up. Now they back to Miami. Miami's back.
You cannot name coaches like Hugh Freeze. I'm going to dock you $100 for that shit right now.
Hey,
I'm going to dock you.
Think about
be able
to accomplish that NIL. You don't have to play dirty.
Yeah, but listen, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. We can't take him at Miami. I would love Hugh Freeze. Listen to me.
And that's Nick Saban kryptonite right there. He gave Saban nightmares.
Yeah, he gave Saban all nightmares. And you know what? And that's going to be Miami's death penalty.
I think you got a better shot at Jim Tressel.
Listen, man, Larry Tunsil got him on the phone tap, man. He phone tapped him, calling you. And this shit was on. This shit was on NFL draft night. He said he playing the tape.
Yeah.
You can't listen. We not. Don't even mention that. I love you, Freeze.
Did you say, look, tell me why Leonard Taylor can't get on. I'll tell you why Leonard Taylor can't get on the field. It's because after his head coach lose by 30 points, he say, this is who Alabama is. This is what they do to people. Then you have a tight game against App State, and you say, this is who App State is. This is what they do to people. And then when you go out against Michigan State and this boy run all over you for 300 yards, you're going to say, this is Michigan State. This is what they do to people. The dude is a loser, bro. He's never, like I said Friday, he don't have no OG. He don't have nobody that say, all right, look, bro, you over there looking bad. You come from my coaching tree. You got to fix this shit. What I want you to do, like you said, Zoe, put a camera. I don't even want to watch the film. I want to watch the sideline because that's going to tell. I already know what's going on the field by looking at the sideline. He don't have nobody to slap him in the back of the head and say, bro, you never get in a press conference and say, this is what they do. This is what happens when you play Alabama. Like what kind of message you send into your team?
But who said that's what Manny says, right? That's what Manny says. That's what Manny says. He says this. He says we're not as good as them. He says this. He says it.
And what did I say Friday? I don't want to hear nothing about that talent gap shit because we just played a team that what our blue chip ratio is. The blue chip ratio is what percentage of your players are a 4 or 5 star better player, right? So if you got 85 players on scholarship and you got 43 of them is a 4 or 5 star, that puts you above the 50% threshold, which is where maybe 10 or 15 teams are at in the whole nation.
In the whole nation. How many times?
Right?
And this has been for the last 6 years. I've said, oh my God.
So we could have signed, let's say everybody in this class decommit, but Chris Graves. Chris Graves is a 4-star cornerback, right? We keep Chris Graves and all we can get is 2-star players, 24 2-stars, and just Chris Graves. You know, we would have signed more. We would have signed a better recruiting class than Appalachian State has signed in their whole existence with just one 4-star. They don't have one blue chip player on their roster. Don't tell me it's a talent gap, bro. Because if it's a talent gap, we should have beat them by 30 points. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's saying this is Alabama. They roster is loaded top to bottom, bro. Mercer scored more points on offense against Alabama than we did. And Mercer don't have nowhere near the talent that we have. They put up 48. Alabama scored 48 points on them. We gave up 44. You telling me Mercer defense is only 4 points worse than ours with all of these 4- and 5-star players? So to answer your question, why is Leonard Taylor not on the field? It's mismanagement. The dude don't know what's going on, bro. At the end of the game, they had a cat or some shit hanging from the stadium in Hard Rock. And they asked him, well, Manny, what about this cat, bro? I would have said, look, man, I hope the cat is okay. That would have been my answer. This dude gets on there, bro, and says, oh, we should give him a scholarship and maybe he can run the ball for. Bro, why do you think it's okay to be making jokes after you just almost lost? A freshman kicker pulled your ass out of the fire, bro.
I guess, Grant, can I interrupt you real quick?
Go ahead.
This is not about what you're talking about, because I'm tired. Every time this is I'm going to paint this green and orange, and every time somebody bring up Butch Davis, I'm going to bring up Moses Stick. This is what he's going to need to lean on to get out of his wheelchair to so he can stand up and say, you guys need to get it together. So this is my Butch Davis stick, okay? Every time somebody bring up Butch Davis, this stick is getting painted green and orange. This is my Butch Davis stick. So every time somebody brings up Butch Davis, I'm going to pull this stick out. And you know the old man with the cane? Do you remember Moses? Moses parted the Red Sea with his stick. He was that old. This is my Moses Butch, because everybody think that Butch Davis is basically Moses.
Dude, 70 years old.
So this is my Moses stick. So every time one of you mother suckers bring up Butch Davis, I'm going to bring out. This shit is not going anywhere. I'm painting this shit green and orange, or I'm going to get me some green and orange electrical tape. I'm going to do something, and this shit is going to be green and orange, and it's going to have a B on it, stand for Butch Moses. Okay, because
that's what Butch gonna need on the recruiting trail. A goddamn cane.
I'm getting sick of this shit. And you know what's getting me sick? You know what's getting me sick of it? He quit on us. Okay? He took more money, but he did quit on us. Won't nobody mention that.
Dude say it's a talent gap in coaching. Hell yeah, it is. Every game we in, it's a talent gap in coaching.
I'm getting tired of this Butch Davis. Like, I'm so sick of this Butch Davis shit. He'll be fired in 3 weeks or die.
You gotta get a Mario Cristobal stick too now.
I don't care no more. See, Mario, I don't get a Mario because everybody gonna want Mario, but ain't nobody. And everybody who want Mario don't go to no games. Ain't got no season tickets.
Mario better stay where he at.
Mario listen. All right, this is one thing I love about Adidas, and I didn't realize how much until I watched a documentary on Mr. Mike the other night. How much Adidas was Mike Tyson's sponsor, all the shows. This is why I'm always been a big Adidas fan since Run DMC back in the days. I'm an old guy. But what Adidas did, Adidas paid Miami more than Nike paid Oregon. And people don't realize this shit. Like, Adidas paid Miami more than Nike pays Oregon. The reason why, and the uniforms last night was fire. Okay, all their uniforms, Adidas actually listened to the fan base, right? The fan base said they want the old school green back, right? The fan base. So what did Adidas do? Adidas went and got all the old school colors, and now Miami colors are like the colors from the old school. All of them. They did exactly. They did everything Miami fans asked them to do. So I don't hear a Miami fan complain about Adidas no more. I don't even hear the Miami wants Nike back no more. I haven't heard that in like 2 years, which is great because Adidas.
You say Mac Brown over 70. You think Mac Brown doing a great job at North Carolina?
Mac Brown over 70, but Mac Brown has really never left coaching like that except for a couple of years. And he's not doing great at North Carolina, but he's doing pretty good. But no, I don't want Mac Brown at Miami neither. I don't want Mac Brown.
He mentioned in comparison to Butch.
Yeah, I know that's what, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want Mac at Miami neither.
Right.
His name ain't Mac Brown. It's Mac Diaz. He's Diaz's second daddy.
Yep.
That's his OG, bro. The man who ran for 700 yards on.
You the donation zoo. The donations. No, I just watch my counterparts, you know what I'm saying, rack up donations all day long. I just see them rack up like $600, $700, $800 a show.
No,
so
he donated earlier. He asked if you got it, I think.
I thought he said you were the you the donate. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out.
I think he meant to type Zoe and he hit Zoo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Hold on, time out. I just got that one. 439. What time is it now? 442. Yep, just got it. $10 donation from. I don't want to see.
That's what I was thinking. What he put?
Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. Because it would have sounded like to me, you the donation zoo. That's what it sounded like. It said you the donation zoo. That's what it said.
He's still drunk from last night.
Yeah, and he should be. He should be. That was a man. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I'm off that shit. Don't nothing sound like a bad idea to me. Somebody said no more experiments. Man, experiment all you got to do. I just know that dude needs to be out of there.
Yeah, the owner of Nike went to Oregon. Exactly.
I thought he was the track coach for Oregon.
Phil Knight.
No, he ran track for Oregon, I think.
No, but ain't he the one that actually created Nike?
Yeah,
he created Nike.
He created Nike.
He made them Cortez.
No, he didn't create the swoop.
It was the waffle. He created that waffle track shoe, and he gave it to like the Oregon player. That's why that dude, I forget his name, but he won like some award. He passed away.
The one that died.
But it was somebody else who created the swoosh, and he only gave him like $1,000 for it. And then maybe like 10, 15 years ago, he ended up giving him a couple $100 million and giving him some what's name in it. And he didn't have to. Dude didn't even ask me. Somebody said,
yeah,
he was in the interview, and somebody was asking him something about the interview. He said, you know what? It made him think of something. This is what I loved about Phil Knight. What he did, he said, the guy who created, he was talking about the swoosh and everything, how the swoosh, and he forgot all about the guy he bought the swoosh from. And I could truly believe it, because on national TV, he was like, the guy who, and he didn't know the guy's name, but he bought the swoosh from him. He went back and found out who it was and ended up giving him like a couple $100 million in shares in the company. That's some good shit. But Adidas
ain't wearing that shit.
Oh, I ain't never wearing Nike again. No, I'm listen here, man. Adidas is the reason why Miami got money right now. Real money. If you don't want to admit, Adidas is the reason why Miami got real money. They made Miami the #1 apparel school in the nation. So I mean,
I don't wear Adidas because of like the Nike. I mean the Miami shit. I don't wear Nike because after the Tavon Martin and Mike Brown killings and shit, they gave discounts to police officers. A lot of people don't know that. That was in the midst when everybody was going against. And then you flip flop now. Oh, I'm gonna give a check to Kaepernick. We all about. I don't get down with that shit. But I ain't trying to make it political or nothing. But look, man, I gotta get up out of here. I just wanted to say, we talked about like coaches and them having.
Daniel Ewing, appreciate you, Daniel Ewing. Appreciate you, Daniel Ewing, for $10 donation.
Did you know that Gus Malzahn is pretty much like what Jet Simpson is in Georgia, as like a legendary high school football coach, but it's in Arkansas. In Arkansas, Gus Malzahn is one of the biggest names in football, kind of like how Jet Simpson is. You know who his quarterback was?
Red Lashley.
So
in high school and in doggone Auburn.
And when
that's his student all the way through.
When Gus Malzahn was at
100 likes, thank you guys.
When they had Cam Newton, right? He saw that once Cam leaves, they was gonna have a talent gap. So what Gus did, he went back to Arkansas, but Arkansas State, and he coached there for like a couple years, and then because he knew Gene Chizik was gonna get fired, and he knew that Auburn job was gonna open right back up. So Arkansas State is another one of those jobs. Like Miami will be a springboard job, like back into the NFL or to P5. Arkansas State is like that landing spot, because Bush Jones, who was at Tennessee and he got fired, he went to Alabama coach rehab, and then now he's the Arkansas State head coach. So all he got to do is go there and win 8 or 9 games a couple times, and he'll be back at a P5 job.
I think Miami is. We just one step away from being great, like you said. But we got the players. We have the players, but we have the players. We have the talent, bro. Our leader.
Culture in there, man.
our leader, like I said, I don't care about all the other coaches. I don't care about all the other positions. I listen. I want you to, if I like I said, this is why I feel sorry for Red Lashley. When you have a coach that basically do as I say type of head coach, no matter what you know what I'm saying, do as I say type of head coach. Red Lashley doesn't have a choice in a lot of shit that he does. I mean, I'm a supervisor in my department. I'm a manager now, but I used to be a supervisor, and I know what it's like to not be able to have control over what you want to do.
Hey, look, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man.
Against Grand Love, man. Hey, against Grand Love, I'm gonna see you in the next schedule so you can come on and drop some more gems, man. So I know what it's like not to be able to, you know what I'm saying, do what you want to do as a coach, you know what I'm saying, or as a leader. When I became the manager, then things changed and I could do what I wanted to do, but what I do is, you know, as a supervisor, I allow them to do what they want. I allow them, I give them enough rope to basically hang themselves. I'm not questioning anything you do until it fucks up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to question. I'm not going to tell you can't do this. I'm going to say, okay, this is what you want. I'm going to ask you why. Why are we making this change? What's the reason for making this change? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you why. At the end of the day, you're gonna make that decision because that decision is gonna cost you your job. It ain't gonna cost me mine. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give Red Lashley that opportunity, just like he didn't give Blake Baker that opportunity. And as you guys see, the same defense that was ran last year is being ran this year. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And everybody blame Blake Baker. Everybody know for a fact Red Lashley wanted Perry. I mean, this is not secrets. Everybody in Miami know Red Lashley wanted Perry. And if you see what he did against Florida and you see what he did last night, you'll see why. Everybody knows that's who he wanted. Whether or not he's a turnover machine or not, whether you believe he is what he is, why can't I pick my quarterback? Why are you picking my quarterback for me? You gave me the job. You told me to run the offense. If anybody go looks at Red Lashley offense, when he was at where did he come from?
SMU.
Go look at if that offense look anything like this offense. Go look.
Hell no.
It looks nothing.
Offense is like the third most potent offense in the country.
It was almost like a mixture between the air.
Like the 2 years he was there, they were in the top 5 of scoring every year.
And they didn't do none of that this read option shit is not his.
And they averaged 11 wins a season.
Yeah. So what changed? What changed? He's not allowed to run his offense. So that's not fair to him. So we blame him and say he can't call plays when you have a quarterback that's 5'5" and can't throw himself, can't throw receivers open, can't get his. And this is not me attacking De'Aaron. Listen, this is not me attacking De'Aaron. It's not like I don't like him personally. If he was my son, I would say, son, bro, what are you doing? Like, I'm not attacking De'Aaron, and this is why people don't like me, because I'm not afraid to say whether or not a player or a coach or whatever isn't getting the job done. I'm not blaming Red Lashley because he has a limited quarterback who's now actually hurt. So he's not that he's limited, he's also hurt.
So he did get hurt last night because I seen him limping.
He was limping before he walked on the game against Alabama. He's never healed.
Okay, that's what I thought. I seen whenever he moved, I'm looking at it and I'm like, he's limping in that walk. He's not just walking normal. Even the run, you could see he's moving, but it's not the same action.
He's never healed. They rushed him. Listen, this was what they call a charitable leader warrior type shit. But you can tell that the offense is totally deflated. Like they don't trust him. You can say everything you want to say in the public eye. But they don't. Greg, what's going on? Greg, hey Greg, I want you to come into the chat and just say hello. The reason why, Greg, and I'm about to get off in a minute. If you can come in, Greg, I'm gonna put this stream key in there. All you have to do is click on that. You don't have to show your camera. You can just say microphone. But I want to show you because I want people to know, like Greg Bush has been around since I first started doing YouTube. Not even my live year, my first year doing YouTube. Greg Bush supports everybody's channel. So I want to give Greg Bush some because he's another day one. And I like giving my day ones, you know what I'm saying? Like some respect and stuff. What's going on, Greg, man? Like I said, I don't know if anybody's in the chat the other night. Greg was in the chat the other night when everybody was complaining about Coop giving $100 away. Man, that's all you gonna give Wiz $100. And I heard that, and I was like, man, I'll throw $100 in there with you, Coop. So now it's $200. You know what I'm saying? Like the fan base wants, they want. But sometimes you have to give a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I barely get any donations. I might average $75 a show, $60 a show. Some shows not $1. And then I got some shows they get $5, $6, $7 a show. So I mean, but I'm still, that's not going to stop me from giving away. That's not going to stop me from giving. I'm always going to give away, and if it cuts into my own pocket, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually love the family. I love doing this. My passion is back for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I've had so many people come in. I don't know what happened with JP. JP muted his own mic. My passion.
I was eating. I'm eating. That's why.
Okay, my passion is back for doing it. And main reason because, like I said, I'm not beef with nobody this year. I ain't beef with no Miami YouTuber this year. Not just that though. At the end of the day, like at the end of the year, when am I proven wrong? At the end of the year, like when am I proven wrong? I'm not proven wrong. I'm just proving that people don't like me because I speak how I feel. But you can't say that I'm proven wrong, that Alonzo don't know what he's talking about. No, I'm not big on recruiting. I'm not big. I don't know a lot about players. Against the Grain might come in here this year and talk a lot about recruiting and stuff like that. I'm not big on recruiting, but I know how to watch football and I understand football. You know what I'm saying? And like 2 decades of mediocrity. I can't continue to be positive off of being mediocre. You know, and I have to, but I can do it respectfully. You don't hear me calling cursing coaches out, calling them names and shit. I don't do that. Greg, what's going on, my brother? Greg, can you hear me? Yo, Greg. I don't know if you can hear me.
So,
hey man, I just want to say, you know, I wanted to get you in here, man, and let people know who we were, man, because you've been around for a long time. I remember you got upset with me one time, and then, you know what I'm saying, we was able to talk it out, and, you know what I'm saying, you was like, but you basically told me, so you need to get your shit together and stop, you know what I'm saying, doing certain things. And I listened to you because I respected you because of how long you've been around watching YouTube, and, you know what I'm saying, and you was one of my day ones, so to see you on other channels and always see you come over here and support, you always support channels, man. So I wanted to say thank you. I want you to hear me say thank you, man. And I truly appreciate what you do for this YouTube family, man. Hello? I'm trying to figure out I don't know if he can hear me or not. Yo, Greg. I don't know if he can hear me or not. I can hear
you, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You might have a bad connection.
I don't know if you got a bad connection or not. I'm gonna give him a second to see if we can get his connection better. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna give him a second to see if he can get a connection together. Let me see if Miami playmaking King and he's still injured. Oh, they playing King. They playing King and King is injured.
This King's last shot of the league. They gotta play him.
And he came back. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Greg's phone. I wonder if he's on his phone or if he's on the computer or what. You have to press Mike. I heard him. We heard him talk.
Yeah.
He jumped out. We heard him talk. He'll probably jump back in.
But he hit it on the head. This is his last year, so they trying to get him in there all day over and over. But at the expense of the team in the program.
Yeah. Hold on.
And how they expect to call that a team sport.
Yo, Greg, can you hear me now? I'm gonna kick it out and then bring you back in. I'm gonna kick it out. Hey, Greg, I'm putting it back in the chat for you. We about to get off in a few seconds. I'm gonna kick it back in the chat for you. We did hit 100. We did hit 175 in the chat tonight for the first time in a long. I think, and I hit 200 last week. So I mean, we working our way back up. But it is also up to you guys to let people know that we live. Man. It's up to you guys in the chat to let people know that hey, we live. We want to talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not just up to me. Like I said, my YouTube has blocked a lot of my sending out my own notifications as well. So, but like I said, a lot of people don't like my aggressive nature, which I'm okay with that because I'm Miami. That's my aggressive nature. I'm from Harlem. I'm Miami. I'm aggressive. I don't like making excuses for people when I can't even make them for myself. You know what I'm saying? Try it one more time. Try it one more time, Greg. That's it right there in the chat. It's right above your head. I'm gonna put it in again. Try it one more time, Greg. See if we can get it to work one more time. You have to hit allow mic. We'll try it one more time. If not, I'll figure out a way to show you how to do it. Okay, this is the best way to do it. I love it because you can show your picture. You don't have to show your picture. You know what I'm saying? I like doing it this way. The only thing about doing it this way is hard. Like on the phone, you can kick people off the phone and bring other people in. You know what I'm saying? On this right here, you don't like to kick people off. Ladies and gentlemen, what's good, little bro? What's going on, man? I can't. What's good? You finally somewhere stable, man? We about to get off. We done been on for 2.5 hours, man.
Hey, listen, I've been looking at my 49 scrugging and shit. You heard me, but we came through, you know.
Yeah, shit. You got to send me that back so I can fix that, man. Send me that back so I can. I already got you another. I already got the other one done.
Oh, don't worry.
I already got.
I got you. Say no more. You ain't gotta say it.
Yeah, but I already got the other one done. I already got the other one done. All I got to do is we just got to swap out.
So what was the what before you get out? What was it about? You know what
I'm saying? It was just about
lack of play calling.
No, it was prep. We broke it down basically. Like on defense side of the ball, right? Your cornerbacks are playing 7 to 10 yards off the ball, right? So that makes your linebackers have to cover all of that area. So when the defensive line gets upfield and they bust a run, it looks bad on the line when it's because of the way they have the cornerbacks playing off the ball. Offense side of the ball, bro, is not lack of play calling. You're limited at quarterback, man. And we pulled up Rhett Lashley, talked about him when he was at SMU. Was SMU? What was he at?
SMU. Yeah, it was SMU.
Like he didn't call the same plays he's calling right now. Those plays weren't. Those are not the same plays that he's calling right now. He's calling those plays that he's calling now because of the quarterback he's playing. The quarterback that he didn't even choose. Like you didn't give him a choice in the matter.
But then what you got? Listen, then what you got to understand, right? I know y'all finna get, but this what you have to understand that the difference between SMU and Miami is they gave Rhett Lashley the offense. They ain't tell him, hey, you need to run this, you need to run that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, AAC ain't really into the defense side over there. Ooh, they got Memphis. What?
Oh yeah, I can agree with that. But his quarterbacks never played like Diaz. He never had a short quarterback that you had to roll out and you had to make up stuff for. He always had a big quarterback that could see the field and can scan the field. Like every offense, like you have to be in a scheme around your play. He's trying to scheme around Diaz. Like, I think the players done lost confidence in Diaz, man.
This is the thing about it, right? Listen, I don't care who the head coach is. If I was the offensive coordinator, I have to listen. You can get mad, but I gotta sit Derrick King down because if it's hard for him, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't even hard for him. It's just that he wants to run the ball. He don't want to throw the ball. He just want to run the ball. That's all he want to do. Last night, if you look at him, he was in the pocket for about 12 seconds.
Thank you.
15 seconds. He don't want to throw the ball. He want to run. You know what I'm saying? He want to show out. He want to make it seem like, okay, well, shit, or ain't nobody getting open. I done seen a lot of players get open. He just don't want to throw the ball. The first thing in his mind is, I want to run it.
So how was that on Rhett? How was that on Rhett?
No, that wasn't. It just him.
I'm just saying, like this is what he does. So that's why I say I can't blame Rhett.
That's why you look at the point, right? You look at the point. This is what he wanna do. He wants to show the NFL scout, hey, listen, I'm more of a runner than a thrower, but the NFL scout ain't looking at that shit. We want to see if you're a pocket passer. You know what I'm saying? That run shit is but like I said last night, it was so many people open. He just don't want to throw the damn ball. That's
When
all.
he threw the ball to Will Mallory was like, "Oh shit! I haven't seen one of those in a while." that's how Will Mallory looked. Like, what is this?
That's what I'm saying to you. His mind frame is, oh, I've been at Houston, so that's all I know. Run, 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 run. I can run. Bro, this ain't this ain't Houston. Houston is not us. We are
I'm
a pocket passer. The only quarterback that I know for a fact that was actually a runner, but he liked to stay in the pocket was Kelly.
I'm sitting here looking at his offense right now, right? At SMU. I'm just looking at it, right? I'm looking at the play, even some of the plays, like when
It's
like you
on
say,
beast mode, ain't it?
when King would sit there in the pocket and not throw the ball, right? I'm saying look at some of them same plays called at SMU, like when he did the kick, and King and he wouldn't throw the ball. King wouldn't throw the ball when his quarterback threw the ball.
Yeah, because guess what?
You
That
know,
that's
it's
that's the mind frame. Listen, that's the mind frame that Rat Lashley won't. Rat Lashley don't want no damn scrambling quarterback. All his quarterback has been pocket passers. That's how they throw. That's how quarterback can throw over 400 yards for SMU. Them the type of quarterback that he like that can actually move around in the pocket, not running, actually sliding to the side, actually zooming down the field to see who. Oh, and that's the reason why they SMU was 40 plus.
how many like just think about it, Louis. How many plays can you count? Like you say, receivers were open, but the ball wasn't being put.
I'm gonna say how many times out the whole game?
Yeah,
I say about 15 times.
you seen players open and they weren't getting the ball thrown to them. So it's a it's heartaching and it's sickening because, like I say, it's not me. I don't want people to think that I'm killing deer. Like I don't want people to think that I'm killing deer. I'm about to get off too because I've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm tired. I don't want people to think I'm killing deer or nothing like that. I'm just going by what I see. That's all I can go by is what I see. I can't go by anything else except for what I see. And what I've seen with De'Eric is a player who's just limited, who can't do the things that a Jake Garcia can do. Like,
Derek's not suited for this offense.
He's not. He's not suited to be a quarterback in NFL or college. To be honest with you, like, I mean, maybe in a smaller league, smaller college league or something like that, but he's just not suited to be quarterback. And the sad part about it is, Lassie can't pull him, and he's the product of he's the product of Manny. And I heard people say, "Yeah, so you wanted Manny?" I do want Manny, but I've hired people. If I gotta fire your ass, I'm gonna fire you too. Like, I want you, but not enough to lose my job. You know what I'm saying? Like Manny, like it's time for Manny. To me, like I say, man, if we win every game this year like this, he has to go. I don't care if we finish 11-1. If we win every game this year like this, he has to go.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen. I'm a diehard Miami Hurricane fan, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see us whipping Michigan State. I'm sorry.
I just said that.
Hey, boy, remember I said the same thing.
Michigan State will beat us. If we play like we played last night, Michigan State gonna beat us, no doubt.
Hey, Greg, I
Man,
appreciate
look, no, Tucker got them boys looking fire.
Hey, Greg, if you on Facebook, hit me up on Facebook, man, so I can give you my number. That way you can call in on the phone since this is not letting you get on.
Not gonna lie to you, man. We're finna get blowed out by Michigan State. Like I said last year, what he like to do is he like to pretend in practice. Then when Friday come, that's when he want to try to
Hey, Lathan, appreciate that $10 donation. Lathan Cooper, the $10 donation. Appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Truly appreciate that.
But it's not helping us. Like, man, listen, I'm telling you, it's not helping us. But he's a bad. He's a bad caller. I was looking at the game, bro. I was looking at the game last night, and I'm saying to myself, like, these linebackers out there is looking like they don't know what the hell to do.
They don't.
But
They got too much to cover.
it's not their fault though. Like I say, when you have cornerbacks playing 7-10 yards off the ball, right? That means that when you have the cornerbacks not playing man press the way they're supposed to be playing man press. If you look at App State cornerbacks last night, they played man press. Our cornerbacks playing 7 to 10 yards off the ball. So you got cornerbacks playing 7 to 10 yards off the ball and safeties behind them. That whole open area, the linebackers have to cover all of that. So it's not now they're out of position all of the time just because just because the secondary is so far back. So the linebacker, they playing out of position. Like it's not fair to them.
Bro, to be honest, I think half of the defensive players don't fully understand whatever scheme Manny's trying to teach them, if I want to keep it real. Because I see
don't
from
think
the two
Manny know
games.
his scheme.
Hey, but
Well, yes, what I'm saying. Like the players clearly don't know what he's trying to do because they be looking lost.
Why are they so far back? It's the question.
Because Manny, that's how Manny Diaz got them playing.
Because think about it, right? If it's like last night, I was at the game, right, and I was looking at it, and I'm seeing like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, but these guys is like far off from the receiver. I'm like, bro, that's just a
Easy first down.
curl. That's a curl to the first down. Like I don't understand why is calling something so simple. And every team, I'm gonna be honest with you, every team that we play this year already gonna know what defense we in to beat our ass. I thought we would go 11-1 this year, but
man, we'd be lucky to win 9 games.
bro, listen, what I'm saying to you. We Carolina, we gotta play them after Michigan State. No, after what? Florida State or some shit like that.
No. After Central Connecticut State, North Carolina next.
I can't find you. Hey Greg, I'm out there. Hey Greg, I'm out there.
7-6 or whatever season.
Hey Greg, I'm out to give you my Facebook. Greg, which shit I can't find you.
We got Michigan State, we got CCSU, a bye, then North Carolina.
But we got North Carolina. Virginia's dominate motherfuckers. Virginia, they dominate motherfuckers.
Yeah, Justin Fuentes finally got that thing looking right.
North Carolina.
Well, the way we looking now, I could see us losing like 5 games.
Virginia Tech, they dominate shit.
They looking.
That's what Justin Fuentes I'm looking at the top 5, right? And I said to myself last night, I'm like, bro, the whole top 25, you take us out, the whole top 25 would have blown the hell out of Appalachian State.
Oh.
Right.
So, and I'm saying to myself, bro, we got talent, but Manny Diaz need to do better. He need to do better, bro.
No, Manny got to go.
Man, you know what's worse? Don't nobody even think about this. App State in the lowest damn conference in all of college football. They out the Sun Belt.
Yo, what the fuck?
In the same division as FIU. It's just like FIU.
Yeah, FIU gone now, but that was where they came from. FIU only moved up to one spot because of Cristobal.
Yo, what in the fuck? Russell Westbrook out. Oh my God, Lord have mercy, man. What the fuck were they doing to yeah, why Russell Westbrook rather go on a white skirt and a white what?
Bro, I don't know nothing. I don't even know.
I don't play with them dudes. They not dudes no more. They want to play this damn agenda where the black man's supposed to come a woman. Don't nobody want to say it. I'm gonna say it. I ain't no damn woman.
Time out. You can't say it on. You can't say it over here because I'm tired of losing money. So if you saying if ain't nobody want to say it, I'm gonna say it. Well, if you say it, put $100 in this shit. I'm tired of losing money, damn it. I didn't think of my damn money.
I know. I know why, bro. I know why.
I already know. I done seen that dog. They trying to.
Oh, you can't. You
Oh,
better not say. You better not say.
Don't say
Do
it.
not say
Hey,
it. I will mute your ass. You better I will mute your ass. Listen, y'all say y'all gonna
let's just say the agenda. I'll leave it at that.
don't say nothing. I'm just looking at it like what the fuck going on, and
That's crazy.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
we all know what it is. I ain't gonna even.
People, it's my fault. I shouldn't even brought the shit up.
So when I tell you I felt so defeated when I seen that picture, I was like, my God, bro. I'm like, come on, yo.
Not gonna lie to you, man. It just
You can't say it neither.
he needed no. I'm not worried about that.
Slow folk, appreciate it. I'll donate. Slow folk, thank you so much, my brother.
That shit. They start with an I, end with an I, so I know what they doing that for. But anyway, I'm talking about these hurricanes. That's what this channel is about. The hurricane. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about what they. That's something like a woman. All that shit for. I'm talking about we need better separation.
But
we need to change. We need to change. Two things have to change. It's this simple. This is, and now I'm about to get off. I've been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm about to get off, almost 3 hours, and I got to go clean my truck out. So this is what this is, and I want y'all to ponder on this. And we're gonna come on again tomorrow, probably around 5:30, 6. No, I'll get off later tomorrow. So we're probably gonna come on like 6:30 tomorrow. I want y'all to ponder on this a little bit, or ponder, or however the fuck. I feel like press man coverage and another quarterback, and I feel like that would change the whole season around. I feel like press man coverage and another quarterback. I feel like those are the two main, two series, because just go look at Rick Lassie offense when he was at SMU. Go look it up. Go look at how the offense was played. Go look at how the quarterbacks played. Go look at just how they played. And it doesn't. To me, it's not the competition, because he played in the worst competition, but also he didn't have better players. Just look at how, like I said, I'm gonna say, look how Perry playing right now. Look how he playing right now at FAU. Just look at how he's playing right now at FAU. So I just want you guys to go look and go think about, like, if we went 11-1 like this, would you still want to keep Manny as the coach? I would not want to keep Manny as the coach with an 11-1 season looking like this.
You know,
no.
You know why
I want to keep him.
Great. You know why? Because we got Willie Taggart down there. Like, you know what, bro? Listen, I done seen what Miami done did to you. I was at Florida State, so I'm not gonna hold you back to accomplish what you could have been did when you first came there as a freshman. So Willie Taggart actually giving Perry leverage. That man threw 4 touchdowns and no interceptions last night.
Oh,
right.
I pulled the stats up.
Right.
I put 333 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 70% completion rating, and 222 quarterback passer rating.
Out there balling, dog. Out there balling.
And that's what I said. That's what I said he was going to do, right? Is that not what I said he was going to do when he went there?
Yeah, because he got a fair shot.
Hey, when they played
He got
against
a fair shot.
Hey, when they played against Florida Gators, he still didn't throw no interception.
And threw 4 touchdowns and had 100 drops.
That's what I'm saying to you. It's crazy.
And so, I mean, and it was 1 sack. When we looked at my truck, they had him sacked. And they were like, he sacked. Came out of that bitch. Like, how he came out of that sack, I don't know.
Yeah, I seen that. I was looking at the
whole I was in the car with you when you was looking at the play.
Yeah, I was looking at the whole FIU. That's what I'm saying to you. Wait.
Hey, Perry got this year and next year, right?
Nah, this it.
I thought the COVID year gave him an extra year.
He do got an extra one, but it's if he want to use it.
Listen, you see what he doing right now. Perry going to the league this year.
Yeah, he ain't got to use it. This one year at FAU going to show everybody what they needed to see, what they already knew.
I hope he go to the league.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You know, doing good, and I'm looking at the team, and we can't even do good.
We got a moral victory yesterday, y'all. It was a moral victory.
That wasn't a moral victory. That was deep. That was a demoralizing. That was a demoralizing victory.
Moral victory Moral victory would have been if we lost to Alabama by a field goal. If we beat
Yeah.
Alabama by 2 or
That was
3,
in the fight.
that's a
That'd been
moral
fight.
victory. But that was
That
just
was,
garbage.
That was a
but this,
demoral. That was a demoral victory. That was a demoralizing victory because the whole fan base is like, what the? And you know what though? I don't even feel bad for the fan base. You know why I don't feel bad for the fan base? Because I told y'all so. Now, because I told you so, and everybody hated me for speaking the truth. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I told you what was going on. I told you the hate that was going on for the court. I told you that King was not King. He was not the King that y'all want him to be. And everybody hated me for saying it. And now you are getting exactly what you asked for.
My thing is, as a coach, you should feel horrible and just know you got to change something. When you sit there and do a play, and all the fans in the stand
I
is
don't care about the fans.
booing.
I don't care about the fans in the stands. You know what I'm saying? I don't
No,
care
I
about.
heard what you said.
No,
You
no.
hit it right on the head.
This is why I ain't gonna let you finish that statement. I don't care about the fans in the stands. You know why I don't care about the fans in the stands? Because I got killed for saying the same shit. Now the fans want to boo about it now. Now they want to boo about it now. But when they booed me last year.
But
They
they
booed
usually
me
real
last year.
football
They
people. They
booed me.
don't even know none of that stuff.
So I don't give a shit about them booing. I don't care about them booing because they booed me last year for saying exactly what they're booing for now. So I don't care about them booing. I don't give a shit about them booing because I told everybody last year when everybody, you just a Perry fan, he's trash, he's dead, and I told y'all King was not who King. He's not as good as y'all think he is, and everybody killed me for it, and I got destroyed for it. I'm a King hater. Now everybody wants to play. Now everybody wants to play Garcia. Now everybody wants to see Garcia because they want to see the offense open up. People want to see the offense open up now. When I talked about that same shit last year, people hated me. They hated me for it.
you know what it is though? It's just like when you tell a hard-headed child not to go over there by that stove, and you keep telling them and keep telling them, and they don't listen. And when they go over there by that stove, they get their little asses burnt. And you told them ahead of time not to go over there, not to do it because you will get burnt because you know the outcome. Same thing. That man
Alonzo's too mean.
Embarrassment.
Alonzo's too mean. He talks too much. He's this. He's that.
When you speak the truth, so look, and I've told you this, whenever you speak the truth, you always gonna be hated. You gotta say something in order for people to sit there and actually want to go with, no matter how much of a lie it is, as long as it sounds good and it's flavor in their ear, then they're gonna want to listen to it. But when you come with facts, this is a mirror. I'm telling you, this is a mirror season. You can't blame Blake no more. You can't blame him no more. Everybody gonna hold that mirror up. And reality is going to set in on your ass right now. Matter of fact, it set in on you last night to let you know who the hell you are as a coach.
Everybody wanted Blake Baker fired, and I told everybody it ain't
Manny
Blake.
was calling the
It
plays.
wasn't Blake. It was
It ain't
Manny.
Blake. It ain't Blake.
Look at Enos. Look at Enos up there in Maryland doing what he need to do.
You
Look
know
at Perry
what's crazy?
doing down there in FAU out there balling because he got a fair shot.
You know what's crazy? That Blake Baker defense, that's that same defense that shut us out when we played Louisiana Tech. That's that same damn defense. That's Blake Baker defense.
That defense last year wasn't Blake Baker defense. That defense last year was Manny Diaz defense. The same defense
No,
we
no, no,
running
no,
right
no. I'm talking about the year
now.
before.
Oh yeah.
Manny first year when we lost that on bowl game to Louisiana Tech. That was Blake Baker defense.
That Blake Baker defense.
He was gone, but that was his No, that was he wasn't even there yet. That was his defense that beat us.
So people blame people hated me. I'm like, wow.
Manny Diaz is too predictable.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
He has a career destroyer if you stay with him.
I'm about to get up out of here. I got it. I can't take no more. It's 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 53 minutes.
I can still talk.
I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to shut this down. You got to come on. You want to watch the whole San Francisco 49er game. You could have did that and came. You could have did both. You could did that. Want to watch the whole San Francisco game and then come and know it down NFL 3 hour long game. No, you could have did that and chopped it up, man. That's what X been doing the whole time, watching the damn game and talking over it.
Came on.
You came on after your team won. After your team won.
No. I went to YouTube and I seen you live. I'm like, what the fuck?
I told you I was going live today. But let me get. I gotta do stuff. It's almost 6 o'clock, man. Hey, man, love you guys, man. Real talk. I'm gonna try to come on tomorrow. If not, I'll be on before the end of the week, man. Hey, y'all send it out to some people, man. Blake Lives Matter. Blake Lives Matter. Blake Lives Matter, baby. That's what I came up with last year. Blake Lives Matter, man. Hey, man, love you guys, man. Hopefully we can get 300 in the chat next time. We got almost 200 this time. Maybe we can move up a little bit next time. Love you guys, man. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. We out.
All right. Yo.